Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's that time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, or wherever you are. Actually, 6:01. I just barely made it on in the nick of time. So, welcome, everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, whatever you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate anything. Hope you're having a decent time or a good time, even. And happy New Year's too. And I have some announcements to make about a New Year's live stream too. So I'll say hello. I'll say more about that in a second. I want to say hello. I see all our people here already. You guys are quick. Hello, Uncle. Hey, AJ Vintage and All Caps 3D and Ditlo and Drew and Travis and Foo and Sarah and Jesse and Metalhead. Hey, Beachy. How's it going, guys? Thanks for being here with me on this Friday live stream. I want to apologize that I didn't make a regular video this week, or respond to something, or, a non-live stream video. Been busy this week, been working on music. We got a new song in the works that we started last week. The road construction out front, the street construction, went into high gear right after Christmas. The first 2 mornings, 7 a.m., bam, house is shaking. So that was pretty crazy, having to deal with that for a few days. And then they took today off, strangely. I wanted to go out and talk to them because there was a small problem. But anyway, everything's cool. I'm here. I'm awake. I've been trying to get decent sleep with all the weird stuff going on. And it should end next week, the road construction stuff. So hopefully my sleeping life, I'll get back to some kind of normalcy soon. But anyway, guys, thank you. Thanks for being here. And if you don't know what this is Happy Healthy Vegan. This is my Friday live stream. I do this every Friday at this time, just whatever time it is right now. Mark it in your calendars. Have it repeat every Friday for this time. We get together and talk about any and all things vegan. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan. I host the channel with my partner Angie, and I do these live streams on my own every Friday. And this happens to be the YouTube vegan live stream that is not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. No, it's simple me, a music producer. And I was trained in logic and philosophy. I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that. So I'm an ethical vegan of 13 plus years and started this YouTube channel back in 2013. So 10 plus years of online vegan activism or advocacy or whatever you want to call it. I'm down with that. So anyway, guys, thanks for all our longtime viewers for supporting us and watching us all these years. And I plan to continue to be a online presence for veganism. Not sure exactly how it's going to unfold over the future, but I do know I enjoy doing these Friday live streams and responding to anti-vegan nonsense on my weekly videos and getting together with you guys. And speaking of you guys, so you guys are here quick and early. I want to ask you guys, I know I promised a channel members only, a Happy Fam live stream before the end of the year. And with all the weird stuff going on with the holidays and the construction, we couldn't do live streams, even if we wanted to. It's too noisy, and just we would have been totally like crazy looking from lack of sleep. So anyway, we're thinking about doing one on New Year's Eve. That's Sunday, right? Let me make sure I'm not losing my mind right now. A mind is a terrible thing to lose, said former vice presidential candidate Dan Quayle. Yeah, Sunday is New Year's Eve. So Angie and I were thinking about doing a members only one on Sunday, but not like late at night, like earlier than this time, whatever time it is for you guys right now, a little bit earlier than that, maybe an hour or two earlier than that. So what do you think? I know it can't work for everyone. I apologize for that. Everyone's on different time zones. Some of us are in different parts of the world, not in the United States or Canada or North America. But anyway, what do you guys think about that? Maybe a little live stream on New Year's Eve. So you can still go out in the night and celebrate the stroke of midnight if that's your thing. Even if we were to come on like right now, you still have plenty of time for midnight. So, okay, cool. Nikki's down with that. Okay, Drew's down with that. Cool. All right. Well, we'll do it. And if it doesn't work out, we'll do more. I promise we'll do more. But I just feel bad that we haven't done one for the holidays. But I did hint it could end up on New Year's Eve. And who knows? Maybe if it's really fun, we'll on Sunday on New Year's Eve, we'll stop the live stream, the members only one after a while, an hour or so, whatever, and then I'll do a New Year's Eve live stream for everyone, any and all people. So that's a possibility too. I'm not promising that, but I will promise a members only live stream. Let's see what Sarah's doing. You might be able to pop in Sunday, but you'll be hanging out with your neighbors. You'll be asleep by 10. Okay, Sarah. That's cool. It's amazing that you can actually sleep, because out here, there's all these maniacs blowing up fireworks and explosives and bombs of all sorts. So even if one is asleep by 10 here, you're gonna be hearing that explosive crap all night. The cats hate it. People with PTSD hate it, and people like me who don't have necessarily PTSD but just don't like to hear a bunch of windows rattling and seeing the cats going crazy. Anyway, I'm not too fond of that either. But yeah, midnight they'll be going nuts. It's like a mini 4th of July. 4th of July is kind of hell here where we live, and New Year's is like a miniature hell. But yeah, nowhere as bad as 4th. But anyway, that's awesome. I envy you, Sarah. If you could be asleep by 10 on New Year's Eve, that is awesome. But yeah, you put in earplugs. It's not too loud here. You're lucky. You're lucky you live around more sane and sensible people than I do. All right, so we will do a New Year's Eve live stream. Okay, so now that we know that most of you guys are cool with it, we'll let you know the time. And like I said, Sarah, you'll be in bed by 10. We'll probably do it maybe like on our West Coast time, maybe 4 or 5, before 6, so you can pop in and it'll shouldn't affect your sleep, and you probably won't even be out partying or hanging out with your friends right then, maybe too. Who knows? How's Uncle? They might drizzle a bit here. SoCal won't stop our live stream. It could drizzle all at once. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow morning and rain on Monday, New Year's Day. Hey, fellow, we were just talking about a members only live stream on Sunday, New Year's Eve. Probably like this, whatever time it is now, maybe an hour or two before then, on New Year's Eve for channel members. And if it's really fun, maybe I'll, after it's done, I'll go on live for everyone. Who knows? I have no idea, because this year we have no real plans. Last year we watched a live stream of a bunch of Korean K-pop bands that we really wanted to see, and it was awesome. It was life changing. I saw a song that night that literally has changed my life, so I'm glad I experienced that last New Year's, but nothing like that's happening this year. So yeah, I'm wide open to have a New Year's live stream. So cool. I'm reading all your guys' comments right now, so if you see me giggling, I'm not responding to them all right now, but I'm reading all your guys' stuff right now. Okay, AJ knows what it's about. Yeah, so you're in the country and it's a firework fest too. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, New Year's is kind of crazy here. So yeah, for us, like 4th of July is like the worst holiday of the year by far. Just because we have to stay home, the pets are freaked out, and what sucks is it's really traumatizing, because about a month before, there's a not so slow ramp up to 4th of July explosions. They start blowing crap up in May, June, then it tapers off in August. So it's a real horrible time. I can't wait to finally move and be away from all these maniacs that blow crap up here. Seriously, they're maniacs. A lot of these guys aren't even blowing up fireworks. They're just setting bombs off, just explosives. They don't do anything other than explode and destroy things. So anyway, enough of me complaining about maniacs in my area. I'm just letting you know, even though we might make our area look good in the vlogs, there's a lot of lame people that live here that I really won't miss too much when I ever finally escape. Not to say this is a horrible place to live or anything like that, but I just like to be away from maniacs. Anyway, enough of my first world problems here. Yeah, Uncle, when's the last time it rained on the Rose Parade? I remember it raining. I think when on the Rose Parade, I think it was about maybe 7-8 years ago. Like there's a tradition for the Pasadena Rose Parade when New Year's Day happens on a Sunday. This is an old tradition. It goes back like 100 years or something like that. They, out of courtesy for the Pasadena residents, maybe trying to go to church or something like that, I say it's an old tradition, they would have the parade instead be on the 2nd day of January. And I remember when that happened, it actually poured on the 2nd. They should have just broke tradition and had it on the 1st that year. But I guess it was too late once they knew the forecast and everything's, all the plans are in place. The Rose Bowl football game, you can't change that. So anyway, I remember it was about probably 7-8 years ago where it poured on January 2nd on the Rose Parade. So this year, from what I've read, I'm not a professional meteorologist or anything, but I think it's going to rain a bit, but it's not going to be crazy. It won't be like the pouring rain that I saw that previous Rose parade I was talking about. You know what the Rose Parade is? The story is that it was started many years ago when I guess television started getting more popular, and they wanted to sell real estate out here because it wasn't that crowded out here back then. You can imagine that. Anyway, yeah, just want to show people, all you guys freezing on the East Coast and the northern states and the Midwest, like, here we are, New Year's Day, and it's a beautiful, sunny, like 63 to 65 degree day, and you guys all are trying to shovel out of your snow, and that's why the Rose Parade exists. Anyway. So Bob, let's see. Bob is here. Man, I forgot you become a member now. Has Dr. Bear arrived yet? I have a question for Bob once Dr. Bear arrives. So let me know if you guys see Dr. Bear pop in today. Yeah, I think that's a cool fact. I don't know if it's just the story you hear growing up here and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure that's a true fact I told you about the Rose Parade. Oh, Carl, you grew up in Pasadena. Awesome. It's a beautiful city there. We went to the Rose Parade every year at the end of the route at Pasadena High School. Oh, cool. Yeah, I went twice. Once when I was a little kid, my parents took me. And then once with like my first real serious girlfriend. We went out, hung out with a bunch of her friends. They were all taking, not me or her friends were like taking LSD and as we spent the night out, and it was weird. I thought they were nuts for doing that. It sounds like the worst place to do it. But anyway, maybe I helped keep them calm. I'm good at keeping people like relaxed and calm if they're having bad experiences. But they knew what they're doing. I mean, more or less. It wasn't like their first time. So, that's the interesting fact I didn't think I would ever talk about on a live stream. Turn Talibus, what are my thoughts on the hierarchy of sentience? I mean, I don't know if that's a precisely defined theory that any like ethical philosophers put out. But I mean, it is true. I mean, I think it's a true fact of reality that, like, say a human or a primate has a conscious experience that's a little bit more or much more aware and conscious and self-aware and cognizant than, say, I don't know, a cockroach, insects or something like that. So yeah, I don't know if anything big or huge like a gotcha about veganism follows because of that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think any, biologist or philosopher or scientist of consciousness would disagree that the sensory and mental life of a human is much different than a cockroach. So yeah. Why do we need to refer to the term sentience? Well, if you don't like sentience, just use consciousness, conscious awareness. I mean, if the word sentience has too much philosophical or ontological baggage for you, I'm not sure what your problem is with sentience. Maybe you just don't like how vegans use it. Buddhists use it all the time. I have no problem with the concept. But yeah, there's synonyms for the concept. Like I said, consciousness, conscious experience. So yeah, whatever, whatever. Who cares? They're logically, semantically mean the same exact thing. It's like if the word consciousness never existed, we'd still be just fine as vegans describing or sentience never existed. We still could just use consciousness. It's all good. But yeah, I don't think it's a confusing word, Sarah. It's a synonym. But for some people, maybe they have personal baggage associated with that word. Fine, just don't use it then. You don't have to use the word sentience. If you want, just use consciousness or conscious awareness or something like that. My favorite jerky I've ever tried, I don't know, but I wish I had some of that either Beyond Jerky or the Louisville jerky right now. I think I have a little bit of the Louisville jerky right now. I remember Angie got me some as an early Christmas present. She got me 2 bags. I ate the first one really quickly, and then I have like a little bit, just a tiny bit of the leftovers of the second bag here. So anyway, ontological. Yeah, I'm sorry for throwing out some philosophical jargon there. It's a branch in philosophy of metaphysics, ontological. It just really means being, B-E-I-N-G. Not like a human being, but be, like to be, the infinitive of to be, being. Anyway, that's enough there, right there. Turntablists, is there a problem with a vegan killing a mosquito who is biting them? Well, let's look at the definition of veganism. Don't ask me. Let's just see what it means to be vegan. Oh, here it is. Everyone, grab your drinks. It could be Jack Daniels. It could be a margarita. It could be water. It could be a Shirley Temple. Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, I think my greasy hair, because I didn't wash it today. I didn't go to the gym today because your cult leader's foot is still bothering him from last week's foot injury situation. Anyway, yeah, I like my new greasy hair look here. Anyway, yeah, it's this drink to veganism. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation as far as possible and practicable. So yeah, if you're being attacked by bugs, yeah, brush them off. I mean, I don't know why a vegan or anyone would have to kill if there was like if you're sitting around and one single mosquito landed on your arm or something like that. I don't see why a vegan would find the desire to kill the mosquito. Why don't you just go to brush, scoot it off or something like that, So, I mean, whatever you got to do. Being vegan doesn't mean you have to live with mosquitoes crawling over your body. I mean, you should be able to take any precautions that a non-vegan would be able to take in order to protect yourself. Veganism doesn't mean you have to die or get diseases. Just brush the insect off. I mean, just use common sense. I don't know why people want to try to find these loopholes in veganism. Is that what you're trying to do there? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's really common sense. You don't need to ask a philosopher like me this stuff. This should be pretty simple stuff. Wow, what's that, Drew? Whenever I use consciousness, I get a bunch of people that all of a sudden claiming to believe in Panpsychism? I've never heard of that. Law, and try to use that against veganism. What the hell? I've never heard of that being a philosopher. What is it must be some weird, crazy, lame concept is my guess, since I've not heard of it. And usually legit ones like I've heard of, and there's tons of crazy, wacky, zany, non-legit ideas that have not hit my brain because I don't hang out in those circles. But please, show me what that is. Angie, I just flipped on the show on our TV and thought Ryan looked nice. Awesome. That's good. I'm glad you're liking my dirty hair. Because usually on Fridays I go to the gym, play basketball, and I take a shower, like, a few hours before the live stream. So my hair is different after I sleep on it, because, you sleep on it, weird crap happens. Then it gets greasier overnight. I have a pretty healthy amount of hair grease that naturally develops overnight, So that's good. So let's see, Drew. Panpsychism is the belief that consciousness is found throughout the universe, not only in people and animals, but also in trees, plants, and bacteria. Consciousness. That's really stretching the definitions of consciousness to say that like a bacteria is conscious. They're they're alive. These things you mentioned, like plants are alive. Plants don't have conscious experience in the way that plants and bacteria don't have a conscious experience. And I'm speaking, I've read about this. I'm not just giving my personal armchair opinion here. I've read the opinions of philosophers of science that study consciousness, mind-body problem, and biologists who specialize in consciousness. Yeah, the conscious experience of a human is not like the conscious experience of a plant. Even though plants can sort of know things, we use the word know metaphorically. Some plants know the difference between daytime and nighttime, and their leaf behavior or flower behavior corresponds accordingly to the time of day. Plants know how to orientate in their direction of the direction of the sun to maximize photosynthesis. Plants know how to obtain nutrients from the soil. I mean, these are just things they do. Do they have a conscious experience while doing it? Well, not if they did. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same word we're using when we say consciousness, which means a brain forming sensory experiences and forming idle, random thoughts. They're just doing plant things. It may seem like there's some kind of intelligence in a bacteria or a plant. And there might be to some degree, but not its intelligence is, again, being used as a metaphor. Anyway, let's move on from that. So anyway, Angie, yeah, I did talk about the Sunday live stream, Angie, and they're down with it. If you're still here, Angie, So yeah, I told him it'll probably be a little earlier than whatever time it is for you guys right now. We'll do it on Sunday, like an hour or two before this. So if you're watching, Angie, just letting you know that. If you're gone, I'll tell you later if you come back on later. Sorry, I had to sit through the discussion of consciousness there. So anyway, okay, you're still here. Just let you know, yeah, people seem pretty hip to it, so we will do it. So you guys, Angie and I will be either in this room or another room, but together, our faces on the same screen, the same time, chatting with you happy fam. So if any of you guys want to see that and be, part of that live stream, join our happy fam. The link should be down in the show description. If you're on a website or an Android, non-Apple iPhone device, you can hit the join button, which is next to the subscribe button. So anyway, all right, so Maggie, I hate vegans. Please, Maggie, first of all, let me show you the rules. But I would like you to tell me why you hate vegans. But here's the rules here. If you don't have to come here and agree with me or veganism. You could find me repulsive and ugly and disgusting. That's fine. But even if you do, as I find many people out in the world repulsive and disgusting, but I don't tell them that to their faces or behind their backs. Be civil. No personal attacks, harassment, or anything. So if you want to discuss something, Maggie, be civil, even if you hate me. And if you hate me for no reason other than I'm vegan, that just means that you're a bigot of some kind because you're prejudiced before having met me. You don't know anything about me other than I'm vegan. And you might be able to guess my age and ethnicity, but you're being prejudiced about something about me. And if you're here as far as rule number 3 goes, debunking veganism, just give me your best argument. Don't give me a bunch of things. Well, this person said this, and what about this? What about this other thing? What if this? No, just give me your best question or example or argument, and I will do my best to respond to it in a very open-minded and objective, non-hateful manner. What do you think about that, Maggie? Hey, Fritz, thank you for the first and hopefully not last super chat tip of the day. Thanks for the Friday live stream, says Fritz Borkovich. Not a lot of vegans in my life. Hey, that's what I'm here for, In fact, right now, I don't go out much anyway. My social life is pretty limited, to put it mildly. So yeah, Angie's my only real vegan I hang out with on a regular basis. So thanks, Fritz. Yeah, that's what I'm creating here. Vegan community for those of us who appreciate having a vegan community. Whether you have a good, robust vegan community in real life or not, we are here for you on Fridays. We are a part-time vegan community here. So thank you, Fritz. So whatever happened to Maggie? Maggie just came and said, "Oh, I hate vegans," and just bailed. Like, what's that? It meant she ate vegans. I don't think vegans are that delicious, Bob. Never tried, but anyway, I don't want to find out. Oh, hey, thanks, AJ.
So happy to be with you all tonight on my birthday.
Tonight is your birthday? December 29th is your birthday? I didn't remember that from past years. Maybe yeah, I guess this would be the first time we did a live stream on actually December 29th, your birthday. So thank you so much, AJ. Thank you so much for your super kind super chat tip once again. I really, really appreciate that so much, AJ. Really, it means a lot to us. And happy birthday. Thank you so much, AJ. Happy birthday. And thank you for giving me a gift on your birthday. I feel really bad now. But thanks, AJ. Happy birthday. Super happy birthday. I see a lot of birthday love going out to AJ. Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I can't remember when I last had a Friday night birthday. I'd have to really go back and I don't even remember. Have I ever done a Friday birthday live stream? Oh wow. Anyway, that's cool. Awesome. I see a lot of love going out to AJ there. That's cool having your birthday like smack dab in the middle of the holiday season. Just me. It must be a kind of busy time of the year because Angie and I were reflecting how even though neither of us have birthdays in December, it's a big year for us. Like our dating anniversary is in this month, and the beginning of our current family, me, Angie, and our little fur babies, is in December as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff going for us in December. Yeah, so we don't celebrate Christmas too much. We're too busy doing our other celebrations, you know? But anyway. Hey, Bill, you're here, Bill. Thanks for being here and checking in with us. Did you see the Lakers rip the Charlotte Hornets a new one last night? It's about time. The Lakers played well, and Anthony Davis had a monster game. Oh, scroll up to Julie's question. All right, thank you. Let me see if I can find Julie's question. Let me scroll. Didn't see it. Let's see. Let me check out one more time. Vegan Metalhead, Sarah Beachy, Kimberly, Drew, Ditlow, NGB, AJ. I'm not seeing your question, Julie. Can someone copy and paste it? Vegan Metalhead. Sean Baker went after your parents. Why are these people so obsessed with appearances? Because, I mean, just because he's obsessed with appearance doesn't mean everyone in veganism should be obsessed with appearance. I could find a bunch of people who are not vegan who look horrible, you know, both underweight and overweight. It doesn't mean anything. So ridiculous to pick on people's appearances. I could find a bunch of mediators and compare them to, like, say, Nimai Delgado and Brian Turner and just say, look, if you go vegan, you're going to look like Nimai Delgado. Even if you don't do any work, you'll just look like Nimai Delgado and Brian Turner. Oh, she wanted to know which Korean song changed my life. Oh, I was talking about how last New Year's, Angie, how unlike this year, last New Year's, we had some kind of plan. We wanted to watch a live stream that happened on New Year's Eve. So that's what we did last New Year's. It was put out by SM Entertainment, one of the biggest, I think the second largest or the largest K-pop band label or whatever they call them, agency in Korea. I wasn't expecting too much. I mean, EXO is one of my favorite K-pop bands. All the in-car, I love EXO. I love the hip-hop duo with Chanyeol and Sehun, EXO SC. Kai's solo career, Bak Young's solo career is one of that could be my favorite K-pop music of all. But anyway, I said how my life was changed a year ago on New Year's Eve. Like they combined on stage 3 different artists from different bands, Winter from aespa, Taeyeon, and Max Changmin. I didn't really know much about them, but when I heard Winter sing Priority, my life's been different. Something happened. I freaked out. It was so amazing. Her voice in that song and other songs, if given the right song, Winter of aespa, to me, it has right now the most amazing voice. What used to happen to me in the 80s and 90s when I listened to like Liz Fraser, the Cocteau Twins, Lisa Gerrard of Dead Can Dance, the little hairs on the back of my neck stick up, tears come out of my eyes, and I feel bliss and joy and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what Winter's voice did for me that night. Then I found some other songs of hers, so I'm a fan of aespa. So that's my little story there. That's what changed my life last year. Angie knows I listen to that song like almost every day in some way, shape, or form. Either driving around or watch the video again on YouTube. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, love ZZ Tears Forever. Liz Fraser still does that to me. I just told Angie, it's like weird. Like Winter from aespa is the probably the only singer like since then that recreated that same effect of making me feel totally blissed out. You know, she has a great voice. It's great technique, great range. She's an A-class vocalist, probably the best K-pop vocalists I've heard, female one at least. But her tone, it's breathy. It's soft and delicate. It goes really powerful. It's an amazing tone. Anyway, that's it. If you want to know Julia, maybe I went too much off for everyone else, but I'm telling you, yeah, my life got changed last New Year's when I discovered Winter from aespa singing Priority. Check it out. Just look up Priority Winter. Just Google that on YouTube. Just look for Priority Winter. And the other artists will be there, but she's the short one with the little black bob wig on. I know it's just a wig because she always changes her hair. It's usually kind of mid-length red hair. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, Dead Can Dance, you know what I'm talking about. Lisa Gerrard, Liz Fraser, Cocteau Twins. Those singers are amazing, and they gave me so much joy in the 80s and 90s and 2000s even. And I found a new singer that does the same thing for me. Anyway, that's cool when you can find sometimes I worry like, okay, why am I not experiencing the same joy in new artists as I'm aging? You ever guys think that, especially our fellow Gen Xers out there? I think maybe I'm just too old now. Like something happens. You hear the music of young people and you think, it sounds like crap. Anyone ever see that South Park episode with Randy who's listening to the young person's music and his wife? That sounds like crap. You can't possibly enjoy that. I go, man, those Matt and Trey know what they're talking about when they made that episode. No, I'm finding all sorts of music that makes me feel lively and happy and blissed out again. Oh yeah, Angie, yeah. And then the next thing I've discovered from Winter of Aspa was a few months ago. She came out in a show, as Angie mentioned there, called Lee Mujin's Service. He's a K-pop artist as well, and he has a little show where he invites vocalists to come on and sing like stripped down songs, often covers of others. And yeah, she did a song called Confetti by, oh god, what's the original artist name? It's an American artist. If anyone know, it's a female singer. Anyone know who sings Confetti? It's a really just kind of common name. I forgot. Anyway, yeah. Winter's cover of Confetti also does the same thing. Brings me to tears every time I hear it. I can't help it. I have no idea why. Her voice triggers something in me. It makes me just into bliss mode. I often cry in music when it's beautiful, not because it's sad. It's like so beautiful. I have no reaction other than to like cry a little bit. I like that. I guess that's why I dig music so much. No, uncle, not Edgar Winter. No, we're talking about like someone who's like 23 years old or something like that. All caps 3. I like a lot of new indie folk. I think it's cool genres seem to be blending nowadays. That's what I'm liking about a lot of Korean music. I'm finding a lot of music that's basically genres I know about, like genres of music I grew up with, like, you know, from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and genres of music I'm quite familiar with and work within. So it's really cool. Yeah, beautiful sadness. That's exactly what I call it there. Uncle, beautiful sadness. You know, for me, it's like almost the same thing. Something very beautiful or very sad. It's hard to distinguish what is it when it's really just touching like that. Is it beautiful? Is it sad? It's a bit of both. And I think that's part of that little emotional thing I feel about it. So anyway, so let me see what else you guys are talking about. Let's see. Christine, you're finally going vegan again. So excited. Got a purple carrot subscription to help with the inspiration. Thanks for the vegan inspiration, Christine. Cool. Awesome. If you haven't already, let me just pimp. If you're looking for some food, sounds like you are. The Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, still on sale. This full color giant book is normally it's been $25 since we released it in 2020. Angie made it all herself. We printed it up locally with a company known as the Vegan Printer. And yeah, it's on sale right now for $18. And if you're not in the United States, we ship it everywhere too. So let me give you the link to that. Let me just show you really quick. Bam, Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. And here's our website. Let me give you a link to our book here. 1 second. Our book. All right, here you go. There's a link for you. If you want to get a copy of that, we'll autograph it for you too. But yeah, it's basically like a food diary. It's not like fancy meals to impress your friends, stuff that takes hours and hours to make. No, this is stuff we would make and have been making for ages, day in and day out. It's regular meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, a few little dessert treats in there. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, on sale right now. And we're going to keep it on sale probably through the holidays and maybe into January for Veganuary people as well. So anyway, it goes back up to regular price soon. But yeah, we'll autograph it. And I've been going to the post office delivering stuff pretty much as soon as they come in. VLAM, yo, what is up, VLAM? Christine, you have our books already. Okay, I'm preaching to the choir on that then. Awesome. Well, thanks for supporting us, and I hope you enjoy them. You said you have. Awesome. Awesome. Angie says, see, that's what Ryan talks like at home. Nice convo, babe. Yeah, that's how I talk. That's what we talk about. I talk about music, and I'm sharing with you guys my, you know, how I perceive and experience music. You know, it's you know, I like music that moves me. Like I said, I don't care what genre something is. You know, it doesn't matter. I just like music that moves me. doing any videos for Veganuary this year. I usually don't have any like original ideas for Veganuary. I'm really lazy. Often what I've shown are people that say stupid things about Veganuary, which has happened pretty much every year. So I'll wait to see. It usually happens in England because that's where Veganuary is. That's where it started at. That's where it's promoted most heavily. So I'll probably just wait and see if they have any dumb idiots come out on TV and say stupid lies and misinformed, ignorant stuff about veganism and respond. But I don't really have anything to say. Go vegan. Like, what is there? Any questions, anyone? You know. Vegan metalhead. Wow, vegan musicians inspired you to go vegan. That helped with Angie too. Wow, Sarah, I see you talking to Fu there. Your friend is a literal cult buster. Awesome. He sues cults on behalf of damaged ex-members. He got someone $2 million when suing Scientology. That's amazing, Sarah, because I know Scientology from the documentaries and stuff I've seen. They're like a big corporation. They are a big corporation. They do what big corporations do. They lawyer up. They figure they can just beat someone by just outspending them on legal costs. You know, even if they think the case ain't gonna pan out well for them, they'll just keep like delaying and things, filing new motions just to charge up a lot of expenses for their opponents. So, and they have really, they have money. They can hire the best attorneys money can buy. So that's good. If your friend can beat Scientology at their own game in the courtroom, or at least get a settlement like that, that is totally awesome. Love hearing that. So anyway, Drew, that's cool. 2024, start visualizing it now. Going to be the year of music for you. You're pushing yourself to finally sit down and completely record quite a few songs you've written over the years. Awesome. It's a good feeling. That's what I've been doing the past. I started it the new song that we're working on December 21st, and I've been working on it pretty much every other day since then. I like to take a day off to let my ears heal or whatever. I don't like to get tinnitus or anything like that, so just give my ears a chance to recover. And it's just good. Not only do the ears recover physically, but psychologically or mentally or consciously, you go back in and you hear things differently. Like if you keep hearing the same thing over and over and over and over again, you kind of get desensitized. You might not be able to notice problems or things. You miss details. So it's good to take a day off and come back and start working again. And usually the problems are much more obvious, and I know what to start working on. But yeah, you should see a slew of new songs. Like one is already done, I think. We made this kind of ambient sort of trip hoppy kind of song. That's I think all done, but it could get mixed even better. But I made a mix of it. I could release it. I still have to have Angie check it out. And a lot of times I'll make a mix like I did a few weeks ago for that song. And then when we're getting everything together, I might make a few months later, I'll make it a better mix. I may have learned a few new tricks or something like that. Marshall, what's that? New study shows that soy protein inhibits triglycerides converting into LDL cholesterol. Awesome. Not that would change my behavior, but even, more reason to eat soy, which we don't eat enough of. We could eat a little bit more soy, I think. Your question is, what the F is Dianetics about? I don't know. I never read it. I don't know. All I know is that, they their secret is that an outer space alien named Xenu came here with a bunch of other fellow Xenusians and landed in volcanoes that they dropped hydrogen bombs into to do something another. But anyway, it's all about Xenu. Hey V, you found us, HHV, very helpful when you were a newbie vegan. Got many questions cleared up. Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to do a bunch of things, though. It's like, provide community, respond to anti-vegan nonsense. But the Friday live streams, I'm here with actual sentient beings, conscious people, with thoughts and beliefs and questions and different experiences. So yeah, if we can use this as an opportunity, I can use this as an opportunity to help people if they're looking for some. I'm not going to just sit there and say, listen to me, everyone. I am the almighty vegan cult leader and I know everything and just do what I tell you. No, I mean, if you have a question, just ask and I'll see if I can answer you. If I don't know the answer, maybe someone in the live stream chat knows, So you have a wealth of resources here. I'm just one of many, even though I am the vegan cult leader here. Yeah, maybe Uncle has the right answer there. I don't want to read that so I don't get sued or anything like that. But anyway, I could get sued for the Xenu thing, maybe. Who knows? I know they're pretty lawsuit. I'm just kidding about the Xenu thing, guys, if you're watching. I think you guys are cool. You like my co-leader troll voice? Oh, I don't even remember what I did right there. I think I kind of remember now what I was doing, like what kind of voice and how I was acting right then. So I don't know what you're talking about there, Fu Man. Yeah, check out oh, your friend was one of the people, Sarah, on Leah Romney's Scientology series. Wow. I wish I knew that at the time. Cause yeah, Angie and I were totally into that. What was that, like 2 or so seasons of that show? Yeah, we thought that was totally we like cult shows. That's one of our things. If there's a cult show, we'll probably give it a check out, because I don't know, we're just kind of interested in cults. Not that we want to join a cult, but they're just so. I guess we like seeing the major narcissists. Ever watch American Greed, that show American Greed? I always tell Angie it should just be called American Narcissists, because I always say every episode, just watch. There's always some major narcissist or sociopath that's behind it all. And same with cults. Watch this. This is my hypothesis. Every cult I've ever seen an expose of, every cult without fail, there's always some kind of narcissist / sociopath that's running it all. That's the centerpiece or what have you. It's just I don't know. I guess I like watching narcissists and sociopaths go down and get in trouble, because I hate narcissists and sociopaths. Sorry if you're a narcissist. I don't hate them. Like I just don't like what they do to people. I don't like how they manipulate. If you happen to be a nice narcissist, a reformed narcissist or sociopath, awesome. We need more of you guys, But the classic malignant narcissist type stuff, sociopath type stuff, where they just manipulate people, bully people, and if you're a cult leader, take their money as well and break down their self-esteem, control their lives and everything. I just find that absolutely abhorrent, and it goes against everything I believe in. Hey, Heidi. Let's see. V says Ricky Gervais. Is that the Office guy who wrote it in Great Britain? Talks about how Animal Ag will bring upon Armageddon in his new stand-up. Okay, that is a comedian. Animal agriculture will bring upon Armageddon. That's interesting to see, because usually when I see comedians speak about vegan type stuff, it's usually really, it's like crap I would respond to, because it's so bad. I know they can say, I'm just doing comedy, but how come you're pretty much always on the side of anti-vegan? But anyway, that's kind of cool. It kind of takes up a non-anti-vegan position there. Sam, you think your town local government is being ruined by a cult? It can happen, yeah. That can happen too, unfortunately. Yeah, Bob, you're right. Cult leaders tend to be charming and manipulative. Cult leaders typically know how to, even if they're really horrible, mean, malignant person, they still know how to be charming. They know how to get people interested. They can't always be an a-hole, right? They love bomb you. They look at how great I am. Look how great our people are. Don't you want to be part of us? And then slowly pull you in, and then slowly start controlling you. And but they do it through charisma and through love, a fake love. That's a BTS song, by the way, Fake Love. Anyway, Korean, it only took you 9 years for your family to not complain about you being vegan at Christmas. Awesome. Hey, there's small miracles, and we have to cherish all these little small miracles in life. Yeah, Sam, cult leaders typically, not always, particularly, if they don't have a great personality, they have something magnetic about their personality. Even though they might be an a-hole, you know, but they know how to pull people in through charisma or something of that sort, you know. David, I have no idea what you're talking about, David Sunderland. What is that? Well, Uncle, I know, yeah, from what I've seen, yeah, Scientology claims that they alone, single-handedly, are fixing the world of all its problems. You know, that's why they're so important. I mean, I've heard that from other cults, too. Like, the reason why we're the greatest cult of all, even though they don't say that, is because the reason why we're so important and our leader is so important is that he or she alone is fixing the world. Like, you see that one, the stuff about that cult, what was it, Mother Love? I forgot the name of her cult, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, the lady who thought she was God or something like that and doing God's work, even though all she did all day was basically smoke a bunch of cigarettes, weed, and drink a bunch of hard alcohol. And then when she died, her cult leaders kept her body in the home and kept her mummy there and stuff. Really weird stuff. Anyway, yeah, I saw in that documentary, she and her followers, and they did YouTube live streams every day for donations. And they're saying, yeah, Mother Love, she's so busy, she's so tired right now. The burden on her is so hard trying to solve all the problems for everyone, trying to whatever she's doing, our sins, or I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah. Do we have someone trying to debunk veganism here? Let me scroll up here. Do we have someone trying to debunk? Oh, you're back again, the Kwane. You love your life. Awesome. So do I. Awesome. Cool. Good for you. I'm glad you love your life. You know, I wouldn't want the Kwane or any of us here to hate our lives. Seriously. I mean, veganism isn't here to make those who are not vegan hate their lives. I'm not even sure why you brought that up. It seems kind of irrelevant, you know, and for me, I'm glad you shared that with. I mean, I wasn't wondering if the Kwane hated his or her life or loved his or her life, but I'm glad you volunteered that information to us. Yeah. I mean, good. I'm glad you like your life. You're not depressed. Awesome. Good for you. I mean, that has nothing to do with being vegan. Veganism, again, is a stance against veganism is a book with Angie. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. Nowhere on here does it say, and if you're not vegan, you should hate yourself because you are a shit person. It doesn't say that. So I'm glad you like your life. That's cool. You know? Cool. I've never heard of that group before. VLAM Climate Defiance. They target politicians and executives of powerful companies. Got a ton of coverage in the popular press. I don't know. I don't want to give an opinion because I have no idea who they are, what their tactics are, if they do it in a kind of ethical way or in a non-ethical. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, I should have hit the definition, the bell there. Thanks. Yeah, let me do that one more time. Yeah, veganism is simply a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So get your water out, your hard liquor, your hard lemonade, your Shirley Temples, get them out here. Actually, I've been craving a Shirley Temple. You guys know what Shirley Temples are? I've been craving a Shirley Temple now for like a couple months. And Angie and I looked it up. Yeah, we can get the ingredients probably down at our local grocery store. Maybe we'll make wrong button. Maybe we'll make some Shirley Temples for New Year's Eve or something like that. I'm totally jonesing for a Shirley Temple. I know some carnivore guys gonna watch it. Look at Ryan there. He's craving a Shirley Temple. He's not a manly man. No, I mean, I used to drink them when I was a kid. You know, I haven't had a Shirley Temple since I was like maybe 10 years old or something like that. You know, but I just kind of miss that flavor. I just remember it being really sweet and fun and tasty. So I kind of miss that. Ryan is not a manly man. Like, no, I do drink harder drinks than Shirley Temple. I'm just missing one for some reason. Yeah, it's a non-alcoholic drink. Yeah, I was wondering if like Gen Zers and millennials and younger even know what a Shirley Temple is. Because I drank them in the 70s when I'd go out with my parents to restaurants, you know, and I'm not going to drink alcohol, obviously, when I'm like 10 years old or something like that. So they'll order me a Shirley Temple, which is like a non-alcoholic version of an alcoholic drink. So anyway, Yeah, yeah, that's it, Sarah. Precisely. The Shirley Temples were designed to be a non-booze version of a boozy drink. I don't know what that booze drink actually is. The Shirley Temple with booze in it. I don't know what the name of that drink is. Vegan Metalhead, I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that with us. According to Barnivore, Jack Daniels, which I've never drank, I don't think, is vegan. I don't drink whiskey. To me, I can't even smell whiskey. Yeah, Sarah, or AJ, yeah, I've read that there's some issues with maraschino cherries, which are typically in Shirley Temples. I'm not going to put the maraschino cherries, but it's typically grenadine and something like a 7-Up kind of carbonated water. And I think that's the main stuff. There might be a couple other little tiny bits, but those are the main two components of it. Drew, spikes your Shirley Temples, so you drink hard Shirley Temples. Whiskey, Bob, for me is something I would pour on a wound. It smells like a medicine to me. Not something I would want to consume internally, but something for external use only. It just, when I smell it, my brain tells me, ooh, yeah, pour that on your cut, but don't pour that down your throat. Yeah, Timothy, I agree. Yeah, there's no such thing as a man. I'm just saying, I know that these carnivore guys are obsessed. They're like overly obsessed with everything in their life has to be manly. I'm sure everything they do, they have to have a manly car or pickup truck, a manly clothing brand, a manly shoe brand, a manly shaving cream brand. It's everything. They're obsessed with being men. Like somehow they're afraid that they're not going to remember that they're men or something like that. You have to have constant reminders 24/7 of what gender you relate to or you are or whatever, identify with. I don't have to worry about that. I know what I am. I'm dude, man, whatever, and I don't need reminders of that. I can have a Shirley Temple and not have any of my manliness like be diminished or anything like that, taken away from me, you know? But yeah, Sarah, yeah, I don't miss drinking either. I mean, I do have occasional drinks, as you know. Sometimes Angie and I will share a drink or something like that. You know, a glass of wine or a mojito, something like that. But yeah, we don't drink. You know, we have a one bottle of wine or champagne that we bought back when we met Mike the Vegan out in wine country in Temecula. That was back in summer. I want to say like August or something like that. It's been sitting here for like 4 months or something like that. You know, so anyway, or maybe it was September. I don't remember. That's the point. It's just sitting here waiting for the right time and place. You know, it shows you how important alcohol drinking is to it. Just something we do once in a while. Drew, your Shirley Temples would cause some hair growth on the kneecaps. That's what I meant. That's what I really need there. I need some hairy kneecaps, huh? Yeah, don't let any of those guys find out about this. You know, that I'm not too concerned with always constantly being reminded that I am a male and, you know, I don't need everything in my life to make me more male. I'm already male 100%. You know? David, vegan with heavy duty truck because you're 6'5" and killing. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you like big heavy trucks, I'm not bagging on you for that if you really got one day. I'm just saying, I just use that as an example of many things taken together that, you know, I just in my mind perceive that some of these dudes obsessed with manliness need to have in their lives. You know, they just need to have all these things in totality, not just one thing like a truck, but all these things. A manly shaving cream, they have to listen to manly music, like heavy metal or something like that, whatever. They couldn't be caught dead listening to like dream pop or K-pop or even jazz, you know, or something like that. Not manly enough. Like why did people need to be reminded all the time of stuff like that? Anyway, Quantum, we just talked about this last time. Super centurions are basically meat eaters. What percentage of their diets are meat? We showed you that last week, that the Okinawans, who are one of the most closely studied centurions, 1% of their calories came from meat. 1%. So yeah, they ate meat. They weren't vegan because they had no idea what veganism was. Why would they? I mean, most of them were born like, in the 1800s. Veganism only first got its definition in 1947 or 49, and in a whole other part of the world in a whole nother language. So yeah, I mean, they didn't eat much meat. So what is your point? So you're saying centenarians typically aren't vegan. Yeah, most of them haven't. There was no such a thing as veganism when most centenarians were around. When they were in their young years or early adult or anything like that. I don't know what your point is about that. Yeah, you're not going to find a lot of vegan centenarians just because a lot of us only say let's put it like this. Let's say someone discovered veganism in their teens and they heard about it in the 1940s. That means they were born in the 1930s. So that means they're in their 80s right now. So they wouldn't be able to, they were born in, say, 1930. They heard about veganism at the age of 17 in 1947. They were born in England right next door to the Vegan Society or whatever. They would be in their 80s now. So it would still take them another 14, 15 years or whatever to become 100 years old. So yeah, you haven't proved anything. It'd be really hard for people born in 1920 or earlier to have gone vegan. Anyway, interesting. I don't know what your point is, but just pointing out, there's not too many people that discovered veganism that could be 100 years yet. It's just not mathematically possible. Sean, you're 6'5", but with 8-inch heels, which you wear all the time. Awesome. What do you mean? Are they justified in eating animal products? What kind of question is that? Are they justified? How do you know that eating the animal products is what caused them to live to be 110? Just because 1% of their calories, and say the Okinawan Saterans, came from eating non-plant sources, i.e. meat, how do you know that if they didn't have that 1% that there would be any difference in their lifespan? You don't know that whatsoever. So don't assume that the centenarians that ate a tiny percent, like 1% of their calories from meat, required, must have had meat in order to achieve their longevity results. You don't know that. You're just making an assumption, and assumptions really pretty much make an ass out of you. So don't assume that. Uncle, is that true? Charles Manson tried Scientology, but he said it was too weird for him? Is that a true fact, or is that just some kind of urban legend or something like that? Because that's pretty funny. David, you work on big trucks. Awesome. Again, I wasn't bagging on big trucks in themselves per se. I was just bagging on one of many, a whole collection, a totality of things that some dudes think they need to have, and not any one of those in isolation constitutes someone obsessed with manliness. It's a whole, a totality, an array of similar, manly things when all added up. Yeah, blue zones, centenarians eat plants, and in some cases, 99%, but on average 95% plants. So it's clear that 5% animal products, that's their longevity secret. That's the assumption he's making. How is he so certain? How do you know? He's just assuming that if you change that 5% and made it all plants, that they would have worse longevity gains. You don't know that. There'd have to be some science to show that. Unless you can show me some science about that, I'd be curious to have a look at that, but we're not going to just run with this completely 100% unsupported assumption. That's not how we roll here. We are evidence-based on Happy Healthy Vegan. Okay, Quan, I'll read your last comment here, then we're going to move on because we already talked about this last week. Your point is that it is a safety protocol. You don't know this. Again, you are assuming to eat meat in a diet that people who live past 100, since I see no vegan push. I told you, how would a vegan be 110? You would have had to go vegan in 1920 or something like that. I mean, the word wasn't even coined then. What would possess anyone back then? I'm going to go vegan. There was no concept. There was no word for it. So, and again, you are completely 100% assuming, providing zero evidence, zero support for your assumption that eating that tiny bit of animal products, that's their longevity secret. You have no basis for that. How do we know these things? Not through completely unsupported nonsense speculations like what you're doing there. We look at studies, we look at science. We can speculate our asses off all we want. That's not going to get us anywhere if we're trying to arrive at the truth, which I am very biased towards. Truth rather than just nonsense speculation. So yeah, nice try, Connie. You've not debunking veganism. You're just showing me that you have no evidence. You're just assuming that little tiny bit of animal products is the longevity secret, and that's your assumption. No science to support it. So anyway, if you want to come back next week and try something else, the Connie, totally cool. But yeah, we talked about this last week. So we are moving on, the Connie. Yeah, Marshall, all claims require evidence, or we have no reason to consider them. Exactly. You gotta prove, you gotta support your claim. You just can't say, oh, the reason why they lived to be so long was because, like, I could say, hey, the reason why they lived so long is that 95+% of their calories were plants. That's why they live so long. I could say that, I mean, and there's probably a lot more science to support that than the 1% meat that the Okinawans had to be the cause of their longevity gains. Yeah, Samuel, I know there's some old vegans out there and some on YouTube as well. Thing is, yeah, I don't think they were like lifelong vegans. How many of them went vegan in like 1910 or 20 or so? Wait, no, my math's off there. Like in 1930 or 40 or something like that. Isn't there a vegan doctor who's like 100? Let me know. I'm not sure. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, the Kwane. Lonnie's, this stream is getting strange? How so? Let me know how you perceive or what you perceive as being strange about me or this live stream. I would love to hear what your perceptions and thoughts are of the strangeness here. Is it me or is it the people like the Kwane? Just kind of curious. I'd like some feedback. So, let's see, what did I miss here? Yeah, anyway, oh, okay, you are the vegan metalhead on a different channel and the comments. Okay, that's what you're talking about, Lonnie's. Okay. Yeah, the stream is strange, Drew. Let's get back on track and talk about Sasquatch. Yeah. Yeah, Marshall, there's coming out about more and more information about how, like, we thought our ancient ancestors were eating all this meat. And we're learning more and more how, no, they eat a lot more plants than what was previously thought or assumed by scientists or lay people. Like even gladiators, like ancient Roman gladiators were fed what I remember reading was pretty much a vegetarian or plant-based diet as they were in their gladiator phase of life. Yeah, Sarah, I don't think tonight is any weirder than usual. It might be even a little less weird, perhaps. Yeah, we did have a full moon this week, making the tides really high, which is not helping the large waves battering the coast here. That's something a lot of people don't understand. If you've been seeing the reports about the big waves battering California, that wouldn't be a problem if it were like a half moon. But whenever it's like a full or new moon, that's when the tidal range is at its most, meaning the high tide is really high. So if that means the water, just even if there's no waves, comes up really close to the shoreline, to the homes. Combine that with like 10 or 20 foot waves, because it's a little surge of water already from the tide, and bam, the giant waves are that much closer to property and parking lots and people, and that's where all the problems come from. It's not necessarily the big waves per se. It's from the combination of the big waves plus a high tide caused by a full or new moon. Typically, I think full moons are a little more powerful as far as their tidal swing goes, the high tides. I haven't heard of much wave damage here in Long Beach. Like, we have that dumb breakwater out there that the federal government constructed around World War II, which pretty much it prevents big waves from seeping through. But Long Beach faces the wrong direction. I'm a surfer, I know this stuff. Yeah, Long Beach faces south, which puts it in a great direction to pick up waves in the summertime, swells that originate, like, say, off New Zealand, stuff like that. But these winter waves, which come from a more northwesterly direction, really don't wrap in all that well to our south-facing beach. But yeah, where you live at, Uncle, west-facing, yeah, you guys are getting, you guys are facing the right direction. Thing is, a lot of the Channel Islands block big waves from directly getting like too big here. You have to go further, like into Central California, to really start seeing the full force of what Mother Nature and King Neptune can unload. So, food. Jesse James, the biker freak, still in Long Beach. No, I remember his shop, West Coast Choppers, over on the other side of town. That's gone. I forgot what happened. Did he get in a bunch of trouble and stuff like that? But yeah, that shop closed down. He moved on. Yeah, and the hamburger joint too he had. I forgot about that. Didn't they have a vegan burger there too, Angie? We never tried it, but I thought I remember that fact about it. Ace, are vegetarians bad to you guys? What do you mean bad to us guys? Are they come here? Are they here and bad to me? Like to say, hey, I'm a vegetarian, you vegans suck? Or do we perceive them as bad people? Like, what do you mean, Ace? I don't think I understand. Wow, that sounds great. That sounds great, Metalhead. Can you order me one and have it DoorDash to my place of residence here? Okay, had a vegan burger. I thought West Coast Choppers Burger Store had one. Are bad what they eat? What do you mean by bad? I'm not sure what you mean by bad. Such a like general kind of vague concept. Bad in what sense? Like bad for their health? Bad for like what do you mean by bad? Bad. Define what. Just maybe a more precise question there, Ace, and I'll try to answer it. Yeah, Fu Man, you got it right. Hitler was a vegetarian. They say, huh? Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now, David. Yeah, he was married to Sandra Bullock, who we saw before at Whole Foods. Saw her standing right next to Angie, like right next to Angie. I'm looking them both up. They're around the same age. I go, Angie's hotter than Sandra Bullock. I'm serious. I thought, yeah. I mean, I'm not disrespecting Sandra Bullock or anything. I think she's a great actress and fine person. I just thought, well, my wife's hotter than Sandra Bullock. I thought my perception there. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, wasn't he cheating, Jesse James, whatever, cheating on Sandra with some other girl or something like that, and that got found out and was a big scandal and all that stuff. But yeah, wasn't she there, Angie, with their daughter or something like that? It was just a long time ago. This is like, in the 2000s or something like that. Oh no, I think in our early vegan years, so probably like 10 years ago or something like that. So anyway, let's see. VLAM's answering to Ace about bad vegetarians. If you mean vegetarians who eat eggs and dairy and who are not opposed to the use and exploitation of animals outside of food purposes, yeah, then that it's bad. Not necessarily the vegetarians themselves are bad, but the somehow inconsistency in their beliefs of animal cruelty and exploitation, that's kind of bad. Like how can you be against like the cruelty towards like meat and dairy and like cow exploitation and chicken exploitation, yet you're not worried about cow exploitation when it comes to dairy, because it's the same businesses that run those things. It's the same types of horrible conditions, exploitative processes and slaughter. It's really not much different. The animals aren't really doing much better in a dairy factory than they are in a meat factory. Sean, good point. If you don't live to be 110, just quit veganism. Good fallback plan there. Is that Jana? We're always biased towards our own spouses, though. Hey, that could be true, Jana. But I think I was trying my best to be as objective. I wasn't even trying to compare. I just saw them standing next to each other for the most part, just a few feet away from each other, and I go, wait, Angie's hotter than Sandra Bullock, I thought. You're right. I could have bias, but I honestly thought it was an objective thing. It just anyway. But they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I still Sandra Bullock's a beautiful woman. I just thought Angie had an edge. Let's see. Hey, Bond. Hello. Good to see you, Bond. Thanks for coming back. Julian. Yeah, I tried being vegetarian before I went vegan. I tried going vegetarian back in the 1980s when I was still living at home, like my first year or two or whatever of college. My mom was making the food. I was not responsible enough to learn how to cook or anything like that. My mom went along with me, but I liked it. I thought it was cool. Just at that point in my life, it wasn't that I didn't have the system set up into place, and I went back to being non-vegetarian. Flash forward like a decade and a half after then, I met Angie, and she was vegetarian. So she said, oh, okay, he's not vegan or vegetarian now, but he was vegetarian, so he gets it. He understands animal cruelty is not cool. So yeah, she accepted me for what I was, and as say, if the cook of the house, the chef of the house is vegan or vegetarian, so will the other people in the house too. And I ate what she ate. Yeah, occasionally I went out without her, which wasn't that often. I'd have something that was not vegan or vegetarian. But yeah, after a while I figured, why am I effing around? Why I have everything? Like when 2010 rolled around, 2013, I'm going, hey, 2010. That's when 2013 is when I started our channel. 2010, it's like, it's so easy to be vegan or vegetarian now. Why don't I just go all the way and be vegan? And it's even easier now in 2023/2024. So that's when I finally went for it, when it became like so easy to do. And I consider that like, how things were in 2010, like it was way harder than now even, but it seemed easy compared to like 2000 or 1990 or something like that. It was way easier, but it keeps getting easier and easier. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of my story in a nutshell. Hey, Jill Holland. Hello. Sean, you were a vegetarian when you were like 10. Awesome. Did your parents help you with the food, I wonder? Because yeah, like I said, I wasn't able to like get around and work my way around the kitchen and cook or anything like that. Bob Hill, doesn't Hong Kong eat more meat than per capita than anywhere else? I don't know if VLAM knows that statistic, but yeah, Chinese food does feature a lot of meat, but Hong Kong is probably no different. But I know in Asian culture, because I can speak because I'm Asian, I understand Asian culture, and we watch a lot of documentaries and just TV shows produced out of various Asian countries. And it's a known fact that, when you are not too well-to-do, you don't eat a lot of meat because, as far as I understand, the meat industry is not subsidized by the corrupt government there like it is here. So anyway, my point is meat costs what it really costs there. So if you're not that well-to-do, you might fantasize about, I wish I could eat meat like twice a week or once a week, because you're not eating much meat. All right, when you get, and the converse is that, when you make more money, you start to eat more like Americans do. You kind of become entitled and expect that you deserve dead animals at every meal. Well, that's awesome, Uncle. There are a number of meals you refuse to eat from your parents. You just wouldn't eat them, and your parents couldn't make me. Awesome. That's how Angie was, too, when she was like a teenager or younger. I forgot when she asked her mom, like, why are we eating the cows for? They're cool, I don't want to eat. This is like a living cow. This is so gross, So anyway. Yep, David, it would be even easier if they stopped subsidies for the animal agriculture industry. Yep, if people in the United States paid the real actual market price for what meat actually costs without government subsidies for the production of it to drive the prices down, and how our taxpayer money goes not only to subsidize the production of meat and dairy products, but also to the marketing. So more people want to buy even more of this crap. So yeah, it's not like that in Asia from what I understand. And the United States is really effed up in that regard. Yeah, V-Lam, as I thought. As I've been to many Asian restaurant in my day. Yeah, most restaurants here in Hong Kong, and I'll say most Asian or Chinese restaurants here in the United States, same. Center their dishes around meat, both high-end and cheaper places. It's quite disheartening. Yeah, I don't think they want to serve the peasant food, right? I don't think in the restaurants they want to serve the food that the less well-to-do people. I think, think about it, if you have money, you want to go out and spend money and get meat if you're at an Asian restaurant in Asia or even here. If you're not that well-to-do, well, you can eat your plants at home, but when you go to a restaurant, you want to have something fancy. Last thing you want to get when you go to a nice restaurant is more of the boring plant food. I say that facetiously, So anyway, that's unfortunate. Yep, it's 2024 and people still think you need to eat meat. I don't know why. I don't need to eat meat. It's 2024. I don't need to eat meat. I'm big. I'm active. Well, that's crazy, Foo. You're an evil son. You have to have the weight of the world on you. Yeah, Patrick Baboomian, he doesn't need to eat meat. And I see why you're saying that. There's some wisdom. And that, what do you mean? I trust old wisdom. There's likely some truth to meat giving strength. So you're saying Patrick Baboomian would be weak without meat? He wouldn't be able to have the world record that he set? Nimai Delgado wouldn't have the big bodybuilding body that he has? He's been on the cover of things like Men's Journal, big, buff, lean physique. But I don't know, Bob. There's some old wisdom that you got there, and maybe that old wisdom is old wisdom because it's just plain wrong. People didn't know back in olden times that, you can just eat a balanced, sensible, plant-based diet and become a professional bodybuilder. They didn't have bodybuilding probably back in the olden days. You could become a professional NFL football player, which they didn't have in the olden days. You could be in the NBA, a basketball pro, earning $20 million a year. You could be a tennis player like... Serena Williams. Oh, well, thanks. Angie brought me the leftover Louisville jerky here.
Like mine.
I know. That's what I told him. I ate through that first guy you got me in a day. And I've just been slowly nibbling the last bits here.
You really want to make it last.
So we have the smoked black pepper. Not sponsored, guys. Angie bought this with our own money here. So anyway. Vegan beef jerky.
Yeah. It's good.
I love vegan beef jerky.
We'll get some more for the new year.
Yeah, we gotta treat ourselves. Maybe we'll run out and get some tomorrow. Yeah, this is living a little, huh? Yeah, Angie is a hero.
I already mentioned it like an hour ago.
I did mention it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, for people to buy for me? Yeah. Angie says she should make an Amazon wish list. You guys can buy me stuff like jerky. J.A., I'm not sure if we've tried that honey or not. I wish Angie could see that question or could hear me right now. I don't think she can. Simple Truth, I'm not sure. Yeah, she's the one that's more on top of our grocery stuff. They're all good, vegan moment. I like them all. I like all the Louisville vegan jerky company's products. All the ones I've tried, at least. I guess I haven't tried them all. I guess I gravitate towards certain kind of more classic flavors. Yeah, this is fine. I tried the Beyond one when I could find that. There's a good one. Doesn't suck being vegan. People say, hey, don't you miss foods when you're vegan? Like, no. I used to love jerky when I was younger, and I still love jerky. I can eat it, cruelty-free jerky here. Pizza, you can go, get a vegan pizza at many places. You make your own vegan pizza. Vegan ice cream, there's tons. Nadamu, there's the dairy-free line of Ben & Jerry's, which they have just right down the street. I could walk there anytime. Well, they close like 2 a.m. or something. I'm in bed by 2, so I can get vegan ice cream anytime I want. Yeah. You love vegan jerky too, guys? Awesome, AJ. Yeah, vegan jerky's cool. I get it when people say, hey, how come vegans need meat to make their food look like real meat or something like that? No, I just like jerky, You can make jerky out of plants. Like, the jerky doesn't have to be on a dead animal or from a dead animal. Hey, Jokic, how's it going? Fu Man, oh my, look at the time. Hope to see y'all on New Year's, or next Friday, I have a New Year's live stream. In case you joined us, we're going to do a Happy Fam, which Foo is, a members only live stream on New Year's Eve, Sunday, like a little bit before the normal time of this live stream. So if you can join us, hopefully we'll see you there, Foo. Come and we'll help you pre-celebrate New Year's Eve. So hopefully you'll be in a good mood that day, no work for you, and everything will be chill. I'm with you, David. I sure don't miss congestion and constipation. I enjoy my quick little poops twice a day. Yeah, Sarah, an empty bag of jerky. I mean, an open bag is an empty bag. It's now an empty bag. There wasn't much left to it. Let me just check one more time. I think I got it all. I think there's that little, what's that thing called? The Deficient or whatever? This dumb thing. Let me remove it. Maybe there's a little hidden piece of jerky in there. Just little crumbs. That's it. Doesn't suck being vegan, especially in 2023. Isn't it just dried pineapple? Let's see. I don't think so. It's mainly soy. Textured soy protein and tamari sauce. Natural smoked flavor, olive oil. Tasty stuff. Yeah, true, Travis. Yeah, if one's so inclined, yeah, one could make their own jerky, I suppose. Yeah, if you know how to get soy curls. Ooh, Sarah, where'd you find a vegan tofu banh mi sandwich? Yeah, it's something that you find more here in Southern California. I know a couple of places. Now just one. I knew two. They don't have it there anymore. Now I know one place where I can get a vegan banh mi sandwich, which is a Vietnamese sandwich. But yeah, finding a vegan one is the trick. Oh, he was talking to you about some pineapple jerky. Okay, Metalhead. Yeah, no, I didn't think to use pineapple in the Louisville company jerky. Oh, tons of vegan options in Bend. Awesome. This spot is a block from my house. And you have all these people, I think like Bob, saying, hey, vegan stuff's going down. It's not that popular anymore. Even in a smaller town like Bend. And I know Bend's not that small, but you know, it's not like Eugene, Oregon or Salem or something like that. It's definitely not like Los Angeles or San Francisco or San Diego. Even in a smaller town, relatively, tons of vegan options. Oh, cool. You know where to get a vegan banh mi as well, Metalhead? In Pittsburgh. Awesome. Oh, yeah, black-eyed peas. Yeah, get your black-eyed peas, especially if you are of Southern heritage like I am. My family on my mom's side, and my mom and grandma met in Arkansas. Anyway, there's a tradition to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, and we got our 2 cans, and Angie's going to make us a little something. Sarah, so Bend, Oregon is impressive with vegan options compared to Marin County where there were 0 vegan restos. Yeah, I've been looking on the restaurants in Marin. I don't remember, I can't recall if there's any like full vegan restaurants. I don't think there were any, but I was looking on their menus and yeah, there's a lot of vegan options in Marin. I was quite happy. I was kind of scared from what you told me, but I looked around. I forgot the names of places already, but yeah, a lot of places have vegan options. But none were like straight up vegan. But they on their menus, they clearly knew what vegan was, clearly marked vegan options. So yeah, they probably have evolved and advanced a little bit since when you grew up there. What you said, you were like a teenager there when you were living there. Which makes sense. Like where I grew up, there were no vegan options when I was a teenager, but now, yeah, there's plenty. But that's what's cool about Marin. If you need to go to a full vegan restaurant, just hop on the ferry or go across the Golden Gate Bridge or the Bay, or go into Oakland. Yeah, you can get stuff in the city, get some in Oakland, Berkeley, vegan stuff all around. But I don't mind going to places that have clearly marked vegan options, as long as they're cool, as long as they're clearly marked and don't have cross-contamination. Yeah, Sarah, you only left 3 years ago. But yeah, I didn't remember when I did my research a few weeks ago into the Marin restaurants, particularly in San Rafael area. I didn't notice any full-on vegan restaurants. But yeah, plenty. I looked at that Soul, what's that Cuban place? Pull that up. Oh, they got vegan stuff there. I saw a few other like Latin restaurants, and not all of them, but a few other ones had vegan stuff. What else did I look at? Muffin Mania. They had vegan options there. What's that Pink Elephant Coffee? I thought they had vegan stuff there. And there's, places like chain places like, Chipotle, Panda Express, those boring chain places. They have the same vegan stuff, But yeah, as far as, soul food, exactly. That's the name of it. Yeah, I had a few things. And a few other places. I remember Angie and I spent a pretty good afternoon going through like the maps, like Apple Maps, clicking on everything, going to Yelp, going to the restaurant websites. And I go, this is cool. We could totally get by here. Yeah, no full-on vegan restaurants, but yeah, we could totally get by. Yeah, that's on our list of potential places, the San Francisco Bay Area. Hawaii, all these places are on the table. Don't know where exactly yet, but yeah, somehow, hopefully in the future, we will go somewhere even better than here to get old. We are already old, but to get older, just get away from all the smog and traffic and urban sprawl and urban, cities falling apart and stuff. Like, I want to live somewhere more chill, and where I don't have to experience fireworks exploding all the time on holidays by crazy neighbors. Okay, Sarah, cool. I didn't realize you just moved 3 years ago. So if I have any questions, I will ask. That's your hood. Now, thanks. I got your email. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Thank you so much. So I know how to contact you at any time. I know your name. I can always just search my mail for your name. I'm not going to mention it. That's a cool name. I don't know how you came up with that, but that's cool. But anyway, I will ask. Since that we could stand to get some more facts. I haven't been there in a long time. I remember I stayed at a place in Marin. My friend and I used to house sit for a friend of a friend, and I love staying there. I thought, oh man, this is heaven. I'd live here forever if I could. Anyway, Bob, how do you know I don't have a gun? Californians have guns though, Bob. I've been to shooting ranges here. Wow, what am I looking forward to in 2024? It's weird. I'm that kind of person that doesn't, for better or worse, I don't like set goals really before the year happens. I mean, I might have some momentum, like I'm working on new music right now. I'm really excited to finish those songs and release them. So that's one of those goals, but like other things, I'm not sure. They kind of come to me over the course of the year. Like sometimes I'll get a great idea like I did this year. In June, trying to make some life changes and stuff, for the better. But I don't sit there at New Year's and try to define it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. I think that's awesome. If you can think like that and set stuff up like that, that's cool. I kind of let it just come to me a little more like organically and just kind of go from there. Ryan has some guns. Now, I haven't been doing much bicep stuff lately, Drew. I told you I was doing bicep work earlier when I got my home gym, and I realized it's really not the most useful muscle for playing basketball. I found out if I put more time into back and shoulders, I seem to transfer more into actual basketball athleticism than biceps. Biceps are, in my opinion, primarily just good for looking good, I'm sure they have some utility, I mean, as far as, they do a function. They help raise your forearm and stuff like that. But as far as like basketball, I think back and shoulders goes a lot more. I said you use that to swing upwards, to go for rebounds, to go for dunking, and just overall strength, it's like, but yeah, your biceps, you really maybe use it a little bit when you're pushing a defender out, but then you're really using your chest and your lower body. So anyway, I decided to devote my time more efficiently. But since I'm injured now and I'm not really haven't played basketball for a week, and I don't foresee myself playing next week, I guess I'll have more time in the weight room to work on that again. Yeah, goals are kind of experiments, huh, Fritz? That's one way to look at it. Instead of setting something that you have to do, to look at it as an experience. Like, I want to pursue this line of activity and look at it as your first steps on a new path. And when you're a noob, you don't know where you need to be. You don't know where the end goal is, where the end of the road is. Just start taking those steps, and hopefully you'll learn more and you'll get more precise and about what you want to accomplish, what the thing is you want to do, and how to actually achieve that. And you might not know that on December 30th or 31st, whatever, on New Year's Eve. So just use it as an opportunity to start a new path, and you're going to learn a lot, hopefully, on that new path to learn what you need to do to achieve that goal. Because odds are, when you're a beginner, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know there's all these things that you don't know when you're a newbie at anything. That's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. You have all these people, I think they're experts, but since they don't know jack, there's all these things they don't know about. They just assume they know everything because they saw some guy on TikTok. Hey, we just got a new subscriber. Heather, if you're here right now, say hello, Heather. What are biceps useful for? I saw Drew said they're useful for being able to carry all the grocery bags in one trip. I wonder if that's more shoulder than bicep. I guess if you're carrying the bags like this, maybe. But it seems like the shoulders are doing a lot too when you're lifting grocery bags. Hey, Omar, doing pretty well. You just ate and went to the gym before that. Awesome. I was thinking about going to the gym today to shoot some baskets and not play games. But I figured my foot's still not right yet. I am thinking about maybe even going to see a doctor next week. Maybe I'll go this week. Who knows? Because I could always go to an urgent care place just to have them look at it. It's better, but it's still not like unswollen. You can't really see the swollenness, but I can feel it when I wear shoes. I'm barefoot, I feel fine, but when I put shoes on, I feel pressure under a certain part of my foot. Sarah, how is your foot injury going? And how long did it take you? Are you recovered yet? Did you have any swollenness? And how long did that take to go away? Because this is like day 9 now for me, and I said it's better. I walked around all day yesterday. I've been walking around with Angie for coffee. Just kind of curious how long your foot situation lasted. Yeah, pull-ups are tough when you're like tall like me. I have all this extra weight. I don't have like a genetic gift or like a big strong upper body. I'm long. I'm tall. So I got a lot of bones and stuff. So combine the extra weight with not a well-endowed genetic upper body. Yeah, pull-ups are tough. They've always been tough for me. But that doesn't stop me from doing them. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Bob. Biceps are more or less kind of show muscles. Okay, your foot is good. It was pretty bruised up for a week or two. All good now. Did you have any swelling? Because I had, it was pretty bruised on the bottom where I pulled that muscle or something. And there's still a little bit of bruising. I would say it's like maybe 90% gone bruising, which is great. It was really dark. Now it's just light and not much there. There's still a little bit. And but there's some like swelling that you really can't see unless maybe a doctor could see it. I can't really see it, but I can feel it. So I'm wondering if you had any swelling. You had cupping done it, you're massaging it, you had big red dots all over your body. You had some swelling, but more bruising. Okay. I guess I have a bit of both. Yeah, I guess actually the swelling isn't that perceptible, other than when I put certain shoes on. That I feel like I'm stepping on something. When I take the shoe off and go barefoot, I feel fine, but I really can't play basketball barefoot. And I know there's still something still healing in there too. Maybe that's what the swelling's doing. I'm not a doctor, but I thought swelling is something that's actually good. Like I've heard like doctors say, I just try to get the swelling down, ice it or compression wrap it. And from my understanding, swelling is actually there to protect the injured part. So, I'm kind of, I guess it's still there because my thing hasn't healed yet. Bob, a well-endowed lower body is more important than yours. What are you talking about lower body? But you're talking about like lower body muscles, not a well-endowed like lower thing. But anyway, yeah, well-endowed lower body, yeah, is more important. But I don't know if most guys that are just trying to get like, they all want to get buff, are thinking about that. They're just thinking about how they want to look good with the so-called beach muscles, right? They're probably, they're skipping leg day. But yeah, overall strength, yeah, your biggest muscles are your lower body muscles, your quadriceps, your glutes. So yeah, those are, if you really want to get strong, it's not good to ignore those. Wait, the Green Cafe, Uncle. What are you talking about, the Green Cafe? Yeah, that's I guess they have 2 restaurants out here in the South Bay, LB area. Okay, Carl says, at me, sounds like a deeper bruise. If you didn't break anything, it should clear up. As we get older, we heal more slowly. Yeah, I think it's a deep bruise. I don't think I broke anything. Carl, I tell you when it happened. I was shooting a free throw, and I knew it was going to miss, and I thought I could beat my guy to get the rebound. When I pushed off my left foot from the free throw position, standing still, I pushed off my left foot, and I felt something just kind of pop. It wasn't painful at all. I just felt something. I go, that is weird. I said, hey, I'm going to stop right now. Took my shoe off, walked around. I go, feels okay, but I'm out of abundance of caution going to go home. And then when I started walking back to the bathroom, I could feel, there is a little pain underneath the bottom of the foot. That's what I'm pointing at down here. So that was how it happened. Just pushing off really quickly and feeling like a weird pop happened. I've never had that happen before. It felt like maybe a muscle pulling or a tendon or something like that. Carl, let me know if any of you guys have any experience with that kind of injury or know about foot sports injuries. If you guys can have any knowledge on that, I'm all ears. Yeah, I wondered that ligament. I just wonder if it popped. Did it pop out and pop back into place? Then maybe I should go get it looked at. I'm not sure. But I might, just because I'm out of abundance of caution. I mean, I can walk. I'm fine. I walked around like for an hour yesterday with little to no discomfort or anything like that. Just walking slower. I don't want to walk quickly, but I can walk at a reasonable rate with a pretty darn good gait. It was underneath the foot, so yeah, it's like if my hand's my foot, it's like right underneath here. Yeah, I think it was in the arch area. What's your take on that, Travis? Hey, conservative vegan, welcome to the happy fam. Just in time for the New Year's Eve live stream that we're planning for a couple days. Okay, Sarah, you did get an x-ray on your foot just to make sure if it was broken, you didn't want it to heal wrong. Yeah, that's why I might just want to go down. I know there's an urgent care place I can go to this weekend if I want to, and they have the facilities there for that, I believe. No, there was a little bruising, Uncle. It was kind of bruised for the first several days, and it's much better now. I was saying earlier, like maybe 80 to 90% of the bruising is gone. It's like less dark and less of it. So that's a good sign, you know? Let me take a look right now. Yeah, you can barely see the bruising. I don't want to show my dirty foot right now to you guys, but yeah, the bruising has reduced a lot. I just feel you know. Just when I put a shoe on, I feel the little, like I'm stepping on, it feels like there's something in the shoe, you know, but there's not, you know, just on a little portion, right here on the bottom of the foot, I feel a little something. Hey, Chris Murphy, howdy y'all, late Merry Christmas and good Yule. Okay, Carl, you have had that kind of feeling too. It could be a tendon moving past something that doesn't normally move past. As long as it goes back in place or something. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, it's weird, you know. It's just so random how I injured. I was just playing a game of one-on-one with a friend. We weren't playing that hard or anything. Just two old guys. You know, I think he's around, I'm 56. I think he's about 50 or something like that. Just having some fun. But being competitive, I shouldn't have ran for that rebound. I should have made the free throw, but I should have just let him get the rebound if I missed it. Anyway, let's see, David, your feet hurt from working in certain positions. Have I tried a couple of layers of insoles in my shoes? Well, no, I haven't tried that. I mean, I can walk without pain. I've some shoes that's pretty much pain-free. Just others, I feel a little something underneath. I feel like I'm stepping on, like there's something in my shoe. So I can get around. I just want to make sure my foot is like healing correctly. There's nothing in there that needs like surgery or a broken bone. I don't think there's a broken bone because I didn't hit it on anything. Just something kind of popped. Hey, Z Captain, thanks for joining Happy Fam. Once again, just in time for our New Year's Eve live stream. So cool, we will send you guys information on the community tab about the live stream. Just give you a little heads up, or maybe we'll just come on this randomly live. We'll see, but you guys will all get hopefully your notifications about it. Wow, Travis, yeah, I would like to yeah, if I could, yeah, they said, I called up my medical insurance people today because I have a new one. I just asked them, like, what I need to do to get seen. I asked them, yeah, if I need therapy, can I go to therapy as well? But yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to go to, I asked them if I could just go to like a sports doctor specialist. At first said, no, you can't do that, unfortunately. So we'll see how it goes. If they refer me to one, then I can go, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you got to go to urgent care. So that's what I discovered, because it would take months to get an appointment with a proper foot doctor. Yeah, I wonder, Travis, it could be a tear in the plantar fascia, whatever that's called. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I've never had that feeling before, but I tell I'm better, but I don't want to go like play basketball. I was thinking about going to shoot baskets today, but I'm glad I just said, screw it. I'm just going to stay home and have another day of recovery. And instead of going to the gym to shoot baskets, that's when I got on the phone and figured out how I can go and seek out some attention for the foot if I needed some. Vegan Metal Face, hey, thank you for joining the Happy Fam. Awesome. Is that the same as Vegan Metalhead? I'm curious, all our vegan metal people. That's cool. Kwani, I told you to come back next week. We answered your question. All right, so come back next week if you have some more questions about, is it vegan to do this or vegan to do that? We will answer that next week. Okay, Kwani, I think we devoted a very generous amount of time to your earlier question, and we don't like to have any single person or persons monopolize or take up too much of our group time. This is our time. So Kwani, come back next week and we will take a look at your question. Uncle, I know by the time I get an appointment, I'd be healed already. I wonder. I just want to have a backup plan because the healing's coming along, but I wish it would have come along quicker. I just want to just make sure in case I need to see someone, how would I do it? Because I tell you, I have a whole new insurance situation. So I didn't know exactly how to go about it. So that's what I learned today. I got all the details, got on the phone, talked to a few people, and figured out what I need to do. And Happy Fam is expanding. Boston has hospitals everywhere. VLAM, the influx of anti-vegan trolls on social media lately. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if the meat industry is behind that or what. I don't know. Sarah Smith became a member. Awesome. I didn't know your membership was expired. So Sarah, for sure, if you're free, you can attend the Sunday Happy Fam only live stream. And Happy New Year to everyone, she says. So yeah, enough about my foot. Just letting you know, keeping you updated what's going on. I'm okay. I can walk. I can do things. I just feel a little hobbled when I have certain shoes on, which is a sign I shouldn't be like doing sports yet or anything. I just want to, be safe. I'm old and I want to make sure I recover as well as I can. Oh, okay, Vegan Metal Face. Your username references the rapper MF Doom, who used to wear a metal mask. I do like metal though. So you are not Vegan Metalhead doing a second, having on a second username or channel name. Well. You don't mess around with dumb shoes? What's a dumb shoe, Sarah? You wear sound shoes always. Okay, Chris, you're listed as a 6-month member. It's our bonus member chat showing up like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, 2024 will be a great year to be vegan. Everyone will be able to find vegan stuff just like now in 2023, maybe a little bit better. Who knows? VLAM just sponsored again too. 19 months, guys. Wow, member for 19 months. That is great. I remember, it could have been even longer. Remember Angie and I were dragging our feet on starting up the YouTube channel membership thing for like maybe a year or two. I think we had an opportunity to start it in 2020, I think. But better late than never, right? So I'm glad we did it. Okay, Sarah, dumb shoes are, for you, are shoes that are not structurally sound. Okay, I guess that can mean different things to different people. Yeah, I actually like a flatter shoe personally, and that's what I felt good in. I have like a really flat Sanuk shoe that I wear. It feels good. It's my newer one, but I wear my old ones that are worn out. That's where I feel like there's a weird bump underneath there. And I slipped on my basketball shoes, which have a lot of support, but keep you kind of angled kind of weirdly. And my foot felt pretty good in there too. That's why I thought if I had to, I could go and shoot baskets today. But it's no big deal. I mean, I can miss a couple weeks of basketball, and as long as I can start playing again, I'll be back. I'll be fine. Just take a little process to get the conditioning back. The shot doesn't go away that quickly. It's the conditioning that you lose. That sucks because my conditioning has been really good. Seriously, I was like. My basketball conditioning was really good until that I tweaked my foot last week. That's something. It sucks. I don't want to lose that, but I have to lose that right now. It took me a while to get to where my conditioning was. I can start playing more competitive games again and filming them, but now here I am. Oh, you're going to the airport to pick up your wife. Awesome, Drew. Have a great night out, and hopefully see some of you on the Sunday live stream. Thanks for being here, Drew. And yes, hope to see you on the Sunday live stream, Drew. And drive safely to pick up your wife, Drew. Uncle, what's for dinner tonight? Well, it sounds like a boring answer, but I made us khichdi last night. It's in the fridge, so we have some leftovers. And yeah, I went to Trader Joe's this week and got a 6-pack of that vegan naan bread. Heat that up and yeah, have some more khichdi tonight. Or maybe we'll have something else and have the khichdi tomorrow. But we're lazy, don't want to make anything probably, so we'll probably do the khichdi. Sarah, Ryan, will you post the New Year's Eve live stream a couple hours early? Yeah, we'll start a little early. Like I said, like for us on the West Coast, I usually start at 6. So it'll be before then. It could be like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or something like that is my guess. Those are the most likely times. It could be 3. That sounds a little early for us, but you never know. But something like that. 3, 4, or 5. If something really weird happens, then we'll do 6. But I think 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock Pacific time are the 2 most likely times. Or it could be in between, maybe 4:30, but somewhere in there, 4 or 4:35 are probably the the most likely times for us to do the New Year's Eve live stream. Yeah, Travis, yeah, you're right. I know about physical therapy from prior ankle injuries. I had a level, I think, 2 or 3 ankle sprain before. I remember the road back's kind of tough. Yeah, I got to strengthen my feet when I get better. Most people are weak from overly supportive shoes. Yeah, that's why I'm barefoot all the time. I'm walking around barefoot right now, and the Sanuk shoes that I wear they're pretty much flat bottom shoes with pretty much no support. But yeah, I can feel there's probably some weakness in there. That's why I've been doing little exercises on my I'm already doing some exercises to try to strengthen my injured foot back because I'm sure I haven't been using that muscle. I've probably been compensating to walk differently and stuff to minimize usage of. So I've been doing little stretches. I can feel it stretching out. I'm trying to keep it engaged. I think that's part of the healing process too, to work it and try to make like swelling dissipate and stuff like that. I'm just using my memory of past injury recovery. Yeah, homemade khichdi, Uncle. Khichdi is the spelling. Where that E is should be an A. Khichdi. Let's see. Sarah's got strong feet because of, even though she wears supportive shoes, does exercises on the leg press, a lot of calf stuff until, I'm not saying, you have to be barefoot to get strong feet or anything like that. There's many ways to do it. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I like to walk. We have hardwood floors here. Just nice to walk around barefoot. That's just how I roll. I don't know, maybe I'm a hippie. I'm not sure. Hey, Peter, thanks for the link. I saw your Instagram message come through. Or did you send it here too at the beginning of the live stream? Either way, thanks for sending me some content. I didn't make any content this week, so I should make some next week. Shows you how I'm not chasing dollars. I don't know if you guys know that. A lot of YouTube content creators make way more content than normal in the month of December because that's when the ad revenues pay the most. I guess because there's more companies advertising then, so the competition heats up supply and demand, so the cost of advertising increases, which YouTube passes on to us. But I'm not making any more videos. In fact, I didn't make this one this week. Just showing you, I'm not some kind of just doing YouTube only to get clicks and money and stuff like that. It's a pretty ridiculous video. I will say that when I tweaked my foot, I was wearing a non-flat shoe. I was not wearing a barefoot shoe. I was wearing my basketball shoe, which for me is my most like weird shoe as far as how it angles your feet. Even my running shoes are more like flat bottom than my basketball shoe. So I don't know. Maybe the basketball shoe, did it. Just put me in this weird position. If I had been more flat, who knows? Don't know. Just speculating. Avi asks, what do I think about the claims that the ketogenic diet can cure schizophrenia? Well, that's an empirical claim. That's not really for me to speculate about. I mean, that's just something. Is there empirical evidence? Meaning science, like peer-reviewed science, not just like some guy, hey, I had schizophrenia, then I ate a certain way, be it keto or vegan or raw or Mediterranean, and now I cured my schizophrenia or any condition, fill in the blank there. That's anecdotal stuff. I'm talking about science, stuff that, is observable, repeatable, peer-reviewed, stuff like that. So yeah, if there's any evidence like that, I let me know. I have no clue. I don't follow science that much, and I definitely don't follow the science of ketogenic diets. Yeah, me too, Sarah. I don't think my foot strength is a problem since, I'm always supporting myself, barefoot like and stuff. But yeah, wonky anatomy, both of us being on the taller side, and need to support that because we're both very active and do a lot of high impact stuff. Like me, I just sprinted like 4 days before the foot injury. Maybe that had something to do with it. And I did squats in my weight room a couple days before that. So yeah, maybe I'm just doing too much stuff. Who knows? Oh, Metalhead. I know the Lee Kum Kee, the Chinese brand. They make a vegan chow mein that is shelf stable. Wow, I got to look for that. Where'd you see that at? Because we have some Asian markets here, and I really need to go to some soon to pick up some stuff. So I'll take a look for that. A vegan chow mein that is self stable. Awesome. Hey, David, you're welcome for the inspirational cookbooks of ours. Bean-based salad dressing is a new hotness. Thanks. Awesome. What do you wear, V? Vivo Barefoot is your favorite. They also don't look weird, like Vibram 5-finger shoes or whatever. Yeah, Zero Shoes, another one. Yeah, again, I'll show you what I have, what I wear on a daily basis. If I'm going to walk to the coffee place or walk around Disneyland. Again, I'm not sponsored. Sanuk Vagabond. And these are vegan. These are the ones I get. The Sidewalk Surfers. Let's see. I'm not sure which one I got. I've had the hemp one before. Yeah, see, these are just a very flat bottom shoe. Let's see if we can see the picture. Just a flat. It's like a sandal that's like a little shoe, basically. Let's see if they talk about the veganness here. Let's see. I know if you look up vegan, they got vegan stuff. I'm not sure. I'm just pulling one up at random here. I do my due diligence when I buy my shoes. But I'll just show you what it is. It's a basic flat shoe here. Really, really not much going on, and it's good for like a barefoot type of shoe philosophy if that's anyone's kind of thing. Anyway. Yeah, Uncle Angie makes good recipes. Thanks about the peanut sauce. Awesome. I wish I had some of that right now. Sarah, you got some Vibram knockoffs on Amazon for $30. Probably does the same thing. It's not much technology. It's just like, it's like a lack of technology. That's the Vibram thing, just basically kind of putting a protective sock on your foot. Let's see. What else you guys asking about here? Sarah, you like Indian food, but don't like cooking it because your house smells very weak. Yeah, curry can be kind of strong. Yeah, the curry smell typically, in our house at least, is gone by the next day. If I make khichdi in the evening, we'll smell it the rest of the evening sitting on the couch, But it's pretty much all gone as far as I can tell the next day. Oh, you're making aloo gobi. Yeah, it's one of my favorite dishes. Yeah, aloo gobi is a classic. And it's pretty much like aloo gobi. Wait, let's see. It's broccoli and peas and potato. Is that it? I forgot exactly. It's a very plant-based dish. Just don't put ghee or cheese on it and it's vegan. Wow, your clothes will smell of curry too. Wow, you need a different brand of curry. It sounds like, Sarah. It sounds like you got a really like hardcore, gnarly curry brand. I don't believe our clothes smell like curry. Well, let's see. Did Angie just wash this? Yes, this morning. No, this would have the curry smell on it. This was around. I was wearing this, or at least it was in the room with the dish last night. Cauliflower and potatoes. Thank you. Broccoli, cauliflower. I remembered some cruciferous vegetable there. Thank you. Cauliflower and potatoes. Thank you. AJ, you get a really fragrant curry. I think that's Sarah's problem. We got to find Sarah a less fragrant curry. I wish I could share the curry that we get with you guys, but as far as I know, it's only sold at like a certain chain of Indian restaurants in Southern California here. I only know 2 places. They're like a mile apart from each other where you can get it. I've never seen it at any other store. I've never seen it on Amazon. And we actually need to go. I just used pretty much the last of it on this khichdi dish that I made last night. So we got to go buy some more. So I wish I could share it with you because it's delicious. It's a fair price. It's vegan. And it doesn't make our clothes stink. So I wish I could let Sarah know how to get this. So she'd be more enthusiastic about cooking Indian in the house. Yeah, I'm with you, conservatively. I love the smell of curry. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, I wouldn't want it on my clothes, though, as Sarah says, happens to her. Susan, yeah, I'm still not a big fan of onions and garlic, especially garlic. That literally will make me smell for days. Literally, it's like it just gets in my skin and everything just oozes out over days. Onions, I don't mind. Angie and I figured out over time it's really the raw onions that really mess me up and make me smell bad. Like we had one of our favorite dishes at the Disneyland Hotel. Is this vegan pizza with mushroom sauce and some kind of caramelized onions. And I do fine when I have those. Those don't do a thing to me. So, but in general, if I have the choice, I will get something onion free. But yeah, certain onions are no problem. But garlic is still a no-go. Yeah, I know they're good for you. I was reading though the compound in garlic that is like good for you is also in other foods. It's not like garlic's the only one that has it. In other foods that we eat on a more regular basis, like say Brussels sprouts, and you can consume a lot more Brussels sprouts than garlic. You know what I'm saying? How much garlic can you really eat? You know, it's kind of tough. It's not really like a munchable food. Not to say Brussels sprouts are really too, but more so than garlic. But yeah, they're more abundant in Brussels sprouts, and you can chow down more Brussels sprouts. So I'm still getting the good stuff in garlic, just not from garlic, just from other foods that have the same compound. Thanks, Omar. I hope I have a speedy recovery. I hope I wake up the next day and the swelling's a little less, and the next day a little less. That's my goal. We'll see if it happens. I'm touching it right now, the swelling area. I don't really feel it. When I push hard, I feel a little tiny, like a little pain on a scale of 1 to 10, a 1 if I push on that area. Sarah, you got it, Jet? Well, hopefully we'll see you Sunday, Sarah. All right, Sarah. So if you can, please pop in, even if it's just for a little bit. If you can't, I totally understand. I knew that was the risk of planning the live stream on a holiday sort of day. But, hopefully you can come and it'll be part of your New Year's Eve experience. And I promise you, we won't keep you up to 10 because the live stream will be long done by then. But good to see you, Sarah. Thanks for coming. Oops. What would I do here? Oops, hang on 1 second. I did something weird. Okay, let me get back here. What's that, Uncle? I hope I wouldn't mind having cooked onions in the veggie soup you make. Oh, no. I said, as long as they're cooked. I tell you, it's really the raw onions for me that are the devil. Like, sometimes you get them like on tacos or like on a Subway kind of sandwich and put a bunch of onions on. You know what I'm saying? They're uncooked raw onions. Those are the worst. But yeah, if they're cooked in a soup, yeah, the soup's going to do its thing to them. It's going to, whatever is messing me up, the soup takes care of that. It deactivates the stinky thing. Janet, you'd rather eat garlic than Brussels sprouts? Yeah, to each their own. It's all good. I'm just saying. Well, I don't really eat Brussels sprouts on their own typically. I often put them into the kitchery. Sometimes instead of putting like cauliflower or cabbage into the kitchery, we'll put Brussels sprouts. I didn't put them in this last batch I made last night, but the prior 2 batches of kitchery I made, I put in half a bag of Brussels sprouts each time. So yeah, you can eat them. They taste fine in the kitchery. If you don't like eating Brussels sprouts, but you would like to eat some, yeah, just dissolve them like that. You don't really taste them. Kitchery is just like a big wet mess, of a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Brussels sprouts either, guys. But yeah, put them in a kitchery. I guarantee it, you guys that don't like Brussels sprouts, if he gave you a bowl of our kitchery with or without Brussels sprouts, I doubt you'd be able to tell the difference. Seriously, I'd be super impressed if you could, because I can't tell the difference. It tastes identical. Oh, pretty close to identical. Yeah, black garlic. Yeah, I've had that a few times, V, and I think I can handle that a bit better. Oh yeah, I know about the Stinking Rose, La Cienega, and isn't the other one in North Beach in San Francisco? Yeah, no, not a place I want to go to. Artichokes, yeah, I like artichokes. They're just kind of a pain in the ass to like cook and stuff, Sema. So we don't make them too often, just out of kind of like, I guess, laziness. Maybe that's the wrong word, but yeah, I like them. If someone were to bring me artichokes, I'd eat them more. Oh, hey, me, coming out of Vegano. You don't like Brussels sprouts either at all. Your parents liked them. Whenever we had them for dinner as a kid, you would be defiant. I was lost too. Maybe you like them better now, because I remember there are a lot of foods I didn't like as a kid, like, say, black-eyed peas. My mom would force me to have them on New Year's Day, and I would just eat 3, She said, you got to eat them for good luck and prosperity, and I'll eat it. And now I love them. I'll eat a whole can's worth. It's closed now, the Stinking Rose. Thank goodness. You've been to the Stinking Rose and liked it? For all you garlic people, that's cool. Well, that's interesting to know, Bob, about eating Brussels sprouts raw. I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. Jaden smelled or tried stinky tofu from southern China. Quite a smell. Was not aware of stinky tofu. Are you here, V, still? Do you know anything about the stinky tofu? Have you had stinky tofu? Vegan Metalhead, you love most vegan foods except the durian fruit. Yeah, durian's kind of hit or miss. It can smell like ice cream. It could smell like days old dirty trash in the hot sunshine. It all depends. Oh, Chris, you just had Brussels sprouts tonight and sweet potatoes. New potatoes, carrots, and sweet peppers with some air fried tofu. That sounds delicious. And you guys are really making me hungry. We shouldn't talk about food towards the end of live streams because, just because I start fantasizing about how dinner can just be a few minutes away. Especially that dinner sitting in the fridge, needing to get just warmed up on the stove and oven, heating up the naan bread. Yeah. I've not heard of stinky tofu. Okay, stinky tofu smells like sewage. Well, thanks, V. I guess I won't be looking for that. Well, I do plan to go to a Chinese market in the not too distant future. So I'll look for that Lee Kum Kee product that you guys are telling me about, and I'll keep an eye open for stinky tofu. Now, we always talk about food, AJ. What am I saying? But we need to talk about it at the beginning, I guess, so I don't get I'm all jonesing for my dinner now. Yeah, AJ, when do you go to Florida? Wouldn't this be the time of year? I mean, to me, isn't that how it works? Like if, in the wintertime, you would be in, wouldn't it make sense? I don't know, maybe have it backwards. Yeah, wouldn't you want to be in Florida now when it's not like super humid and get away from the winter snow? Or do you like that? And then when it's super hot in summer, then go to upstate New York or rural New York? Yeah, am I assuming too much there, AJ? Maybe you have other like practical obligations that you require you to be in one place or another. I'm just thinking optimally weather, but we all don't have that luxury always. You're a foodie, Fritz. That's cool. Yeah, I like food too, but I don't know if I consider myself a foodie, but I do appreciate some good food. Okay, so V says that the Taiwanese stinky tofu compared to the Chinese stinky tofu smells less bad, but you're still not a fan, huh? Okay, you just don't have the funds to go to Florida right now. Totally get it. Totally understand. Yeah, I was thinking weather optimally. I wasn't thinking of other pragmatic considerations like money and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but Bob is right. The days are actually getting longer now. Ever since last week on Wednesday, the days are, or Thursday, the days are getting longer. So that means it's winter, actually. Yeah, it's people think it was the darkest, coldest time, but yeah, the winter solstice was last week. Okay, so yeah, winter is a traditional Florida time, though. I get it. Yeah, conservative vegan. So we've been making you hungry too, huh? Even though you've already eaten, you're still getting hungry. Just think about all this food, huh? Uncle, you can hardly wait for summer. Really, I appreciate winter as long as it ain't like totally storming and destroying California kind of thing. I mean, summer can get kind of hot, and to be honest with you, I do my best music in the winter time, like October sort of, but November, December. It didn't start kicking on for me until late November, December, January, into February, March. March is even kind of pushing it. I make my best music in the winter time. I feel just most inspired. I don't know if it's because of the darker times, the cooler times, and the fact that it's the studio can get quite warm. But look at me, I'm wearing a little shirt now, a long sleeve thing to help keep me warm. So this is great. Like it feels nice in this room. I know when I go outside this room and to the rest of the house, I'm gonna go, oh my God, it's freezing. Let's turn the heater on or something, So I actually want to be in this room. It feels great, even with all the gear on, and I just feel inspired to work on music. So yeah, but summer has its pluses too. I just don't feel as musical in the summertime. I don't know why. Maybe if I lived in a cooler climate, if I lived in Northern California, maybe I would like to make music all year round. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. I remember when I did live in Northern California, though, it was in the wintertime, and I went there specifically to write and record the second Love Spirals Downwards album in the from like January to like June of 1994. That's right. Yeah, 94. So I did that in San Francisco, and man, it was great. Weather is awesome. And it was my time of the year that I like so much for music. "61 is too cold, huh, Uncle?" It shows you how spoiled we are here in California. Yeah, I guess you are a little cooler where you're at. You're a little closer to the a west-facing beach where you get more cooler breeze. Yeah, it was like 64 today, I think. Yeah, it was pretty nice today, actually. All things considered, that we're having it's going to rain. It's supposed to start raining around, Uncle, are you listening, around dawn, around 5 a.m. is a 60% chance of rain, and decreasing to about 40% by 10 a.m. Huh, maybe we'll go get my foot looked at tomorrow. I thought it was going to be pouring rain. It shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it was 64 today. Not too shabby, Fritz, it gets below freezing there? Yeah, rarely gets below freezing here. Super rare. "50 degrees, Kimberly, in New York today. That's not too bad. Is that kind of nice? It sounds like a nice temperature for New York in December. Am I wrong? Avi, is falafel healthy? I think it is. What do you guys know? Okay, Bob is saying yes, you don't have to deep fry it. Want to try the Egyptian version made from fava beans. That sounds good. Yeah, Austral saying the same thing. A baked falafel is better. Me community yeah, you're in Mexico, huh? When it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, people come out with their winter coats on and winter hats. Yeah, you're at a more tropical latitude. Yeah, I'm with you, Heidi. You're okay in the cold. My definition of cold is probably way different from yours, but here, yeah, I don't mind wintertime as long as the sun comes out. Which happens probably a little bit more for us than in Boston. Omar, he did only 1,400 miles running, and you also cycle. That's good. Yeah, you could do less running if you're keeping it up on the bike. And that's what I've been doing too, actually, with my little foot injury. For the first 3 days, I didn't do any exercise at all. And once I got over that, like, feeling bleh, I feel, once I started feeling a little more energetic and motivated, I've been doing I have an indoor bike machine that I got several years ago. So I've been riding that a few times now. I haven't ridden it in like maybe a year or two. I feel bad. I feel like I wasted my money, but I'm riding it now in the wintertime because I can ride it. It's normally too hot, but this time of year, it's great. You can work out and there on the bike room and work on music here, and it's all good. Okay, 61 December in New York is to die for. Yeah, it's like 3 degrees cooler than what I had today. Unusually warm. Wow. Am I an Abbott and Costello fan, James? Yeah, I haven't watched them in a long time, but I don't dislike Abbott and Costello. I like old school comedy. Well, you haven't worn a coat in a week or two in New York. Wow, it really says something about the mild weather you're having. Wow. Jail, I'm deficient in deficiencies. Oh yeah, I did title my live stream like non-deficient vegan, huh? Right, has Angie thought about getting an electric bike? No, I'm thinking about actually selling my road bike just because from how I observe people are driving way more recklessly and just flat out just crazy since like COVID or since 2020 or whatever. Prior to then, yeah, it seems like I could handle it, but now I'm just every time I'm walking, like crossing the street, I see people, they don't stop at stop signs. They come and hit me. I'm in the middle of the intersection with the crosswalk thingy, the stripes. They don't even stop. I mean, I see people shooting red lights all the time. I see people just driving way crazier than before. So I'm going, I don't think I want to ride my bike anymore. Seriously, I just don't want to risk it, And I know I'm not being paranoid. Car insurance companies agree with me. They pretty much said what I said, but more scientifically, that the car insurance rates are increasing because there's more accidents now than before. And also, too, the cost of car repair is getting more expensive as well. But they did say that people are driving worse now than before. So no, Uncle, no, we're probably going to become less bikey than we were like prior to all that. Have you noticed it too? It's hard not to notice how horrible people have been driving lately. I just thought I'm getting old, but no, insurance companies say, no, you're not just getting old, Ryan. You're seeing what you're seeing because it's true. So anyway, it's sad. I don't know why people are more crazy now than in 2019. I don't know. It sucks though. Oh my God, Heidi. Yeah, be super careful, Ryan. We had a professor get hit riding his bike and he died. Exactly. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to have an SUV or truck or even a passenger car get into an accident with me on a bike. So yeah, I think my biking days are over. Pretty sure. Maybe if I move to somewhere else like Hawaii and Marin and I see that people drive better on the roads I would be on, maybe I'd reconsider it then. Maybe I'll save my bike, or maybe I'll just buy a new one then. I don't know. But anyway, for right now, what I see around me here in my area, no effing way am I gonna ride a bike right now. If I could have what they have like in like Amsterdam, like streets that are just bicycle only, yeah, I'd be all for that. But we don't quite have that yet. They even have like bike lanes which are separated by a little divider from cars, but cars could hop over that if they're not paying attention. I've seen cars do crazier things than that. So yeah, it's sad to say I'm not going to bike. I perceive the risk as being too high for the reward of cycling right now. Maybe things will change, but I don't know what's going to cause people to start driving better like how they used to drive a few years ago. Yeah, you can ride your bike on the sidewalk, but I have a road bike. It's really hard to ride a road bikes are made for going out on the road and going fast. If I had a little cruiser or something like that, maybe so. But even then, people could still hit you. People backing out of their driveways or who knows. I still want to put myself in that unnecessary risk for me anymore. Just, I just perceive it as too dangerous at this time. But if you guys are doing it, totally cool. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying me. I made the mental calculation and came to the conclusion, no. Yeah, on the Strand. There you go, Uncle. The thing is getting safely from your house to the Strand. That's where I would worry. Because we have a beach bike path here in our town, too. Not as long as your Strand there, but we have one. It's like 3.1 miles or something like that. I know yours goes all the way to Santa Monica, which is great. But my point is that getting there, I have to cross some pretty gnarly streets with crazy people. If I could just magically have my bike at the Strand, that'd be awesome. Omar, you just got hit recently. See what I'm talking about? What happened? I'm glad you're okay. What happened, Omar? Man, I didn't know you're out road cycling. I didn't know if you're indoor or outdoor cycling. So yeah, see what happened. Conservative vegan. Great question about mountain biking on trails. Because the two places I'm looking at living, like Hawaii, Big Island, and Northern California, especially Marin. That's the place where mountain biking was born, as the legend goes. That'd be great, but mountain biking is gnarly in its own way. I just like riding on roads. I don't want to go on crazy trails and fall and flip and stuff like that. I just want to ride on a nice, safe road. I like that, Mountain biking is just a little more athletic and a little higher risk than road biking. If road biking didn't have cars to hit you. But yeah, right. Mountain biking, once you're on the trails, gets rid of the car variable, and you're absolutely right at that. But yeah, I just don't want to. That's just a little too gnarly for me. Mountain biking. I don't like things that kind of make me really consider, is this worth it? The risk of it, And that's how I feel about mountain biking. There's a lot of risk in mountain biking. A lot of ways to get hurt mountain biking. I mean, sure, you could fall on a road bike on a bike path too. That can happen. Another cyclist could hit you, a pedestrian could walk in front of you. You just could have a weird little accident. It's happened to me a couple times, and something stupid happens, and next thing you know, you've taken a little fall. But mountain bikes, yeah, you could probably have higher speeds and and weird terrain. Peter, what are we gonna do for New Year's? We're gonna be here live stream, Peter. We're gonna do a members only live stream. A little earlier than my normal Friday live stream. We're going to do a New Year's Eve live stream. Probably you're on the West Coast too, Peter. So instead of 6, probably 4, 4:30 or 5 p.m. Something like that. That's our big plan. So hopefully you can come. Okay, meet community.vegana. You're in a whole different situation. Yeah, I'm just describing my local California scene. But what you got there in Mexico, you commute to work on a mountain bike because the residential areas here are usually dirt, rocky roads, unpaved, and complete disasters when it rains. Yeah, if the cars aren't driving like complete maniacs, that sounds like an ideal situation. Yeah, Peter, probably 4 or 5 p.m. on Sunday. Uncle, no. I've never ridden a motorcycle, and I never ever plan to ride a motorcycle or be a passenger on a motorcycle. No, I've known too many people to get really. I saw when I was a young kid, we were leaving Los Angeles to go on a trip to visit the Grand Canyon. I saw probably 2 people die in a motorcycle. I didn't stick around. I saw them just kind of sitting. Even at my young age, but how stupid are these people? I saw them kind of pulled over, in the fast lane or the carpool lane or something like that. Maybe they're looking at directions. Go, that's really stupid. Next thing, bam! I saw sparks and shit go up. I've known when I was in elementary school. All these things happened when I was a kid. Maybe that's why. Probably around the same year in school. I remember one of our teachers. He was hospitalized for a long time from a motorcycle accident. It goes on from there. So no, I'll never ride a motorcycle. I know that they look fun. I've had friends that have them, and I think they're crazy. I mean, again, if you had an ideal situation where you could ride it safely and not have to worry about SUVs and trucks or even cars or whatever, awesome, totally cool. It looks fun. And even though I wouldn't do it, but I would feel okay. I might ride on the back with a friend or something like that, or give it a little whirl or something like that. But no, ride them on the city streets or God forbid freeways. No way. No. Darren D. Poor Ryan was scared as a young lad. Well, I was scared until I saw people die. I saw them sitting there. And then we drove past, and I kept looking back out the back window of the car, and next thing I know, I see this truck coming, and all of a sudden, shit goes flying in the air, and sparks and stuff. I go, what happened? They're probably dead, you know? I mean, the truck was not going slow, it was going the flow of traffic. So that makes an impact on you when you see something like that as a young person, like, wow, yeah, that's not what I want to do. So anyway, I have no desire to put myself in that kind of situation. Let's see, me community ad. You've never been on a real motorcycle. You've been on those little mopeds or whatever they use in the Dominican Republic that they use for taxis. And yeah, mopeds. All of us probably know someone, right, that has died from a moped accident. I remember when I was competing in skateboarding, a guy in my age division and everything, my level, died. Skating with them a few times, you know, at the contest, and then we hear he died in a moped accident, you know. It's like just like that, bam, you know. So I have many reasons to not want to be on these exposed two-wheel vehicles. Darren D, you're a right lane cruiser in a car or motorcycle. Let all the speedsters pass you. Unfortunately, here in California, I don't think California drivers understand that the right lane is more for slower driving and the left lane is for passing. I had a nickel for every time in the past, month only that someone tried to pass me on the right. I'd be able to buy a coffee. But I'm with you, V. I wish there were more bicycles and fewer cars. If that were the case, I'd be more inclined to ride a bike again. I don't know if I'd want a motorcycle, but yeah, if we can somehow get cars and bikes off the same roads together, I'd be way more inclined to bike again. Mythalyn, you used to know a kid that was paralyzed from riding an ATV. Wow. What, uncle? You rode a Honda motorcycle 100 miles an hour on the freeway with no hands once with your girlfriend on the back? Wow, what were you thinking, uncle? You're lucky to be here. I hope you haven't ridden a motorcycle since a long time ago, like decades ago, or the prior millennium. Wow. I had no idea he did something that was wacky like that. Wow. It was fun. I guess I'm glad you're here to tell the tale, but never promise me to never do that again, uncle. But yeah, Heidi, people are just in way too much of a hurry, taking on unnecessary risks, risking accidents just to get to a traffic light 5 seconds quicker. To me, makes no logical sense. Whoa, I didn't hear about that, Peter. 7 people died across Canada because of tainted cantaloupe due to E. coli. No. Yeah, Fritz, was she your girlfriend after that? Or did she, think that was totally cool? Well, Avi, sorry to hear about that. Your brother got hit badly by a speeding car passing on the right. It was a hit and run. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these people doing crazy things, risky things, once they cause an accident, bail. I mean, what's wrong? Are these people complete sociopaths? Wow. I didn't know we'd get on this discussion tonight, guys. My thoughts on cars and why I don't ride bikes anymore, let alone motorcycles. Yeah, we never went down this path before. Seems like every live stream or two, we go down some new thing, so discuss some new thing that we really haven't gone down too much. Heidi, yeah, how could you live with yourself after hitting someone and just fleeing? That's called being a narcissist or sociopath. People that don't have proper emotions and feelings that us healthy individuals who are not sociopaths, are yeah, that's how they can do it. There's just so many narcissists and sociopaths. That's why I'm anti-narcissist, anti-sociopath. If you don't have proper emotions, proper compassion for other people or animals, it's I'm not a fan of you. I don't know how to say it. Oh, wow, dude, you got hit by a car and a bike once, but it was mostly your fault. Still, the cars need to be aware of cyclists. Yeah, I see people on bikes. doing all sorts of irresponsible things. It's not like cyclists are all like have a halo around them because they're saints and doing everything perfectly. I've seen cyclists doing some crazy, crazy stuff, you know. But still, the cars need to be aware, like, hey, that guy's doing something not saying you're doing something crazy, though, but it's saying if you see a cyclist doing unnecessarily risky stuff in the road, be aware of them. You don't want to hit them. Even if it's not your fault, you don't want to hit them, right? It's going to ruin your day. Like, oh, I killed a guy or severely injured a guy, but it wasn't my fault. You're still going to be screwed. You're going to have stop, deal with it, police, ambulance. It's going to take a statement from the cop. It's going to be an ordeal. I see a bunch of blood and gore too. Who knows? Oh yeah. Okay. Before we go, is KDHD here to argue something? If what are you trying to tell us? Reducing animal exploitation as far as possible and practical is great, but some of these influencers make it seem like it's a one size. What's your question, KDHD? Let me know what your question is and I'll answer it as best I can, but ask it quickly because I've been on 2.5 hours almost, and I'm ready for dinner. So if you got a question, let's get to it. John, ideas about nutrition for muscle recovery. I don't have anything specific right after a workout. Whether it be in basketball or weightlifting, I like a smoothie. Back in the day, I used to put some plant-based protein in there. I don't anymore. Just banana, fruits, and some ground flaxseed. I like that right after working out. And just eating plants. You know, plants is they're non-inflammatory. I think that helps out, not causing more inflammation after workout. But I don't have anything very scientific or precise beyond that. Okay, you're not here to argue, but what's your point? You came here, you had a reason. You wanted to say or ask or do something. So what is it? I may have missed it earlier. So what is your point? You're trying to make some argument, some kind of loophole in the definition of veganism to justify animal eating? Just let me know what it is. I probably guessed it right. That's probably what your purpose is, right? I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. I've been to this rodeo here, our vegan live stream, many times. If some people can't handle peanuts, then don't eat peanuts. You can be a vegan and never eat a peanut. And some people can't handle shellfish. Well, vegans don't eat shellfish. Why is it fallacious to believe that someone might not tolerate a 100% plant-based diet in alignment with veganism? Because there's literally hundreds of plants you could buy in the supermarket. Thousands once you count foods that you see even outside of supermarkets. So if you can't handle, say, peanuts, then don't eat peanuts. You know, there's nothing that's forcing you to eat peanuts. In fact, most people I know with peanut allergies are not vegan, and they find a way to avoid peanuts. So if you're a vegan or non-vegan, avoid peanuts or whatever fill-in-the-blank food is that you are allergic to. Just because you're allergic to some plant, I mean, I know, I've never heard of a disease that means you're allergic to like the majority of supermarket plants or something like that. So it's just common sense. Is that what you're asking? If you're allergic to something, just because there's some plants that cause allergies doesn't mean you can't be vegan. It doesn't mean you can't be. You're making this up. Here's what I'm saying. You're saying, I've heard of some people that are allergic to peanuts, not me, but because a person might not be able to eat peanuts, that justifies me eating cows, pickens. I've done that before. Cows, pickens, and chicks. Cows, pigs, and chickens. Is that what you're saying? Because some people have peanut allergies, you're justified in killing animals? Is that the argument? And if I'm misunderstanding your reasoning, please forgive me, but that's what I'm seeing right now. So if I missed some subtlety in your argument there or your presentation, and I didn't understand you correctly, please give me a second salvo here. Is that the right word, salvo? A second attempt. Okay, so what is the point? So you're not justifying killing animals. So why even bring up peanut allergies or shellfish allergies? Why did you bring those examples up for? What are you trying to achieve? What kind of a conclusion are you trying to arrive at by bringing up those two particular examples? Okay, that's pickens and chigs, AJ. I've done that before. That's another sign. I guess I'm hungry and ready for dinner. And there's the pickens. All right, Katie. Well, explain as quickly as you can. All right, because I'm ready to bail soon. So go type a little quicker if you can. What are you saying, Fritz? That's a fallacy of composition. I haven't heard of that one. what affects one thing does not necessarily affect all things. Yeah, like an allergy to one plant doesn't mean you can't eat the rest of the plants. Or I'm not sure. What's that, AJ? Veganism debunked joke. Yeah, when I do the pickings and chigs, right? Veganism debunked. Ryan said pickings and chigs again. So, I want to hear this explanation. Hopefully KDHC is typing out as quickly as he or she can, or texting away, poking on the screen as quickly as possible. I want to hear why even bring up peanut allergies for? I don't understand how I don't understand how bringing up a peanut allergy could be an example that says anything bad about veganism. I'm using all my mental power here, all my creativity to try to see how, if I were forced to say, hey Ryan, you need to use peanut allergies as an example to like weaken veganism, I wouldn't know how to do it. So let's see if KDHD has a way to do that. Okay, it isn't the case for you. Okay, so I'm not even sure why you're bringing this up, but I'll run with it here. But when there are thousands of people experiencing severe gut issues on a 100% plant-based diet, including dietitians, were they all doing it wrong? Well, hey, I'm not a doctor or dietitian or anything like that, so I'm not going to answer from a medical perspective. I will answer from my very own personal kind of empirical perspective, meaning all the people that I've responded to on YouTube. It's a small sample set, but I only know what I've experienced. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a researcher. I'm a person who responds to nonsense about veganism online. And everyone I've responded to who's had gut issues on a vegan diet either seemed to have it long before they were vegan or seem to have caused it by doing weird, stupid shit as a vegan. Say, Cosmic Skeptic. He said when he was a kid, he had stomach issues so bad he would have to always know where a bathroom was. He was in danger of taking a shit at any moment after eating. Had nothing to do with being vegan. He still had gut issues after. Cosmic Skeptic. He had gut issues before. In fact, he jumps from some weird way of eating all the time to try to find the perfect solution for his gastrointestinal problems. Ravana had gastrointestinal problems after eating a weird diet of like raw food and juice fasting and long-term fasting. Things that are known to cause problems. Anyway, I mean, that's not a vegan diet. Vegan diet is eating plants. Doesn't mean you stop eating food for 30 days. It doesn't mean you give up all cooked food or just drink juice forever or something like that. So, like Tim Sheaf, same thing. Didn't eat food several times for like 30 days to try to heal himself. I don't know what's wrong with him. He looked like a pretty healthy specimen of athlete to me at the time. Again, raw food, giving up. People are doing weird things. So either all these people had these things in common. Either they had pre-existing conditions before being vegan, or did extreme, totally not recommended ways of eating. I don't see any health organizations saying, hey, if you're going to eat a vegan diet, don't eat food for 30 days. Don't eat cooked food for years. Fast and do all this weird crap. No, so this has nothing to do with veganism. So this is my experience. The people I am familiar with who have these gut issues that you talk about that were not able to do it vegan, well, they had issues that went beyond veganism, pre-existing conditions and stupid crap they did, and some weird attempt to be super healthy and purified and cleansed and all that crap brought on their own health issues. People I don't know anyone that's eating a sensible, balanced vegan diet like me, Mike the Vegan, Earthling Ed, and most everyone here in this live stream that ends up having these gut issues. It's always these people that I did raw, I did fasting, or I had an issue before being vegan. That are these people I'm responding to. So, that's what I'm saying. I said I'm not a doctor. I don't have the data on it. I don't think you do either. I don't think you have any data that shows going vegan causes gut issues. And again, don't take my word. Let's look at my favorite shoe here. No, let's not look at my favorite shoe here. Let's look at the opinion of health organizations from around the world. Do any of them say, well, going vegan is healthy. It has all the nutrition that you need, but you're probably going to get gut issues because the scientific research literature shows that, yeah, it's nutritionally adequate, but people are getting all these gut issues. It doesn't say that. It just says it's nutritionally adequate, and there are no known medical issues that are a direct cause of eating a healthy, balanced, sensible vegan diet. So I've not seen any data that's supporting your vague hypothesis, your vague speculation that eating plants is somehow a known cause of causing gut issues. Yeah, it can if you do something stupid or if you had gut issues before. So until I see some data that shows that eating a healthy, balanced, sensible vegan or plant-based diet causes gut issues, you're merely in the land of speculation. And again, the stories I'm bringing up are anecdotal stories, but they all have a common thread: raw fasting and or pre-existing gut issues. So I'm waiting for my gut issues. How come they're not coming? Because I'm not drinking urine, I'm not fasting. I would think drinking urine would cause gut issues. I'm thinking drinking turpentine would cause gut issues. I'm thinking not eating food for 30 days would cause gut issues. So anyway, KDHD, I'm not sure how that had anything to do with peanut allergies. I asked you, why did you even bring up peanut allergies in the first place? How is it that because some people can't eat peanuts, that veganism is somehow not a diet that people should eat, even if you have a peanut allergy or not? Anyway, yeah, I knew this wasn't going to go anywhere. But anyway, if you can find me some data, KDHD, I'm not dismissing you, I'm just showing you my reasoning. If you can bring back to me next week some kind of reasoned scientific literature that shows that eating vegan diet has a propensity of causing gut issues for majority or large percentage of its followers, I'd love to see that. Okay, I'd love to see that. So bring that to me, and we'll take your idea a little more seriously if there's any empirical data. But you're making an empirical claim that has zero empirical evidence that I'm aware of. But prove me wrong. I'm not all-knowing. I don't know every last study. I don't follow the literature. I'm just aware of what I've seen. I'm kind of up on it in a general sense, but I'm not a specialist. So let me know if you know something. Okay, Peter Cunnington, thanks. Nick Ocado, we all remember Nick Ocado, who, as far as I know, not having gut issues when he was eating vegan, even when he was a raw vegan, said he has got gut issues now. He's so obese. He has to use a mobile scooter and can't sleep at night and weighs over 450 pounds. But that's not veganism's fault because he hasn't been vegan in what, like 5-6 years or something like that. So anyway, yeah, J.A. Minor, good point. The biggest vegan side effect is not gastrointestinal problems. It's constant distraction by adoring and appreciating animals way more. Exactly. Angie and I go on neighborhood walks. Oh, there's that squirrel that runs up that tree. Oh, look at that beautiful cat in that window there. Wow, how beautiful. You know, it's like that's the side effect of being vegan. Anecdotes. Well, I'm telling you, just bring me some kind of scientific consensus opinion. Show me like, yeah, that's a known thing that going vegan causes you to have gut issues, because I've yet to see it. But I've shown how, in my examples of these people I respond, if you do something stupid, you have a high chance of having gut issues. If you do something stupid as a vegan, like don't eat cooked food for many years and drink urine instead. And why look at influencers? Influencers are usually stupid. I can say that because I'm on YouTube. Influencers are the last people you'd want to get health advice from. Influencers are usually untrained, non-professionals, just some kind of young person or even older people just trying, hey, look at me. Hey guys, I don't know anything, but here's what I'm doing. Hey, I look good. Look at how rad I look. Just do what I'm doing and you'll be healthy and fit like me. That's an influencer. What they're doing is not like supported by any science, and I guess most people don't care. They say, hey, that person looks good in a bikini, that person has a muscle, I'm gonna follow him or her. They must know what they're doing. Yeah, Peter, this is not the Listen to Anecdote channel. So, yeah, just because you found some vegans that did some weird shit and they have some gastro issues, and you found some people who ate a vegan diet who had gastro issues as a vegan and gastro issues from before being vegan, doesn't prove jack. KDHE, just bring me some. Here's what I'm saying. If science studies, in this case, disease, what causes what? Does doing action X cause result Y? So that's what science is really good at, tracking down either correlations or causal chains, causal events. So if vegan diets are either causally or correlationally associated with gut issues, there should be some diet. There's people who have been studying, scientists, researchers have been studying plant-based diets for decades, literally decades. If there's some known causal or correlational relationship between eating plants and a higher chance of gut issues, it should be out there. So if you can find me something that shows that, I would love to see that. But until then, we're just merely speculating and making anecdotal claims. You know, it's like, oh, I know vegans that died. Veganism causes death, because I know 2 vegans who were on YouTube that are now dead. Like, yeah, so what? You know, I know some non-vegans who are on YouTube and have died as well. How can you prove that the diet is what caused their death? Like, oh, they didn't die before they went vegan. That's not a causal thing. They just happen to be vegan when they die. So I'm saying we need some kind of actual science to show causal relationships rather than just speculate. Hey, it was vegan when he died. That's kind of what you're doing. Hey, it was vegan, had gut issues. It had to be a vegan diet that caused the gut issues. And AJ points out if AJ didn't eat plant-based, her IBS would be worse. Hundreds and hundreds. So it sounds like you have some data. You're making an empirical claim, KDHD. You're saying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So you're saying thousands of people have issues. Please show me, where do you get this information that literally thousands of people that are vegan are having issues? If there's data that says they're having issues, I would assume the data would describe what these thousands and thousands of people are eating. So just don't say, oh, there's a lot of people out there who don't feel like great. Like, can we be specific? Do you see how you're speaking in vague generalities? You're just speculating once again. We don't appreciate vague generalities on this channel. We are a very evidence-based channel. Anyone could speculate anything about anything. You know, like I said, oh, that guy was vegan and he died. Therefore, veganism causes death, right? I mean, that's just speculation. No, we like empirical evidence. So if you know who these hundreds and hundreds of people are, either they are specific people or there are hundreds of people that were referenced anonymously in a research study. So what data do you have? Do you have any data to support thousands of people are becoming sick with gut issues on a vegan diet? Or are you just talking about influencers that you saw YouTube videos and shit like that? Do you have any data beyond like people like me on YouTube who could say whatever the F they want? Yeah, where are those people? Yeah, we're all curious. So show us the money. Show us your data. What is your data? What are you basing this on? You're basing this on videos from Tim Sheaf, Cosmic Skeptic, and Veggie Police or whatever. Is this what your data is? Is this your hundreds and hundreds of people? Ravana. What did Uncle say? Yeah, where are the studies? That's what I want to know. Like I say, any influencer can make any video and say whatever the hell they want, but that's not science. I mean, yeah, you can listen to people's anecdotal stories, take them for what they will, but don't take them as anything beyond some person putting out a monetized video to get paid and saying whatever they want. Now, Uncle, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So if you're saying eating plants is somehow known to cause gut issues, it's a known thing, like a cause and effect thing, show me what you got. Other than, oh, some guys and gals made some YouTube videos. Because I've made lots of YouTube videos too. How come I don't count? You're just cherry picking people who made videos. And you know, you're assuming that people making these why I'm no longer vegan videos are all being sincere about why they're no longer vegan. You know, it's no coincidence that people like say, what's her name? Raw Alignment. what's that her name? That blonde lady girl. Anyway, she's raw vegan. I'm so pure. I'm so purified and all this stuff. I'm so vegan. I'm so pure. Next thing you know, she's taking ads from Butcher Box. So how do you go from being, vegan is so amazing, the animals, I love them, though, I need to stop being vegan because I screwed up my gut on a raw diet, to taking ads and money from Butcher Box. See what I'm saying? You shouldn't always assume that the intentions of people on social media, you should question me too, have your doubts and skepticism about me, but I'm not selling anything. I'm not promoting anything other than our books, I guess. But I'm saying you shouldn't always assume that people are being 100% sincere about what they're saying and their intentions when they make these I'm no longer vegan videos. They might say, hey, I used to be getting 100,000 views on my videos as a raw vegan. Now they're down to 10,000. My friend Joe Bob Billy there, he's doing carnivore or keto or whatever. He's getting more views than I've ever gotten. What if I go in that field? Because I need to pay the bills. I don't have another profession. Unlike me, this is not my main source of income. So I can be completely open and do whatever the hell I want, because my livelihood doesn't really, if all my YouTube income were to stop, it would suck, but life would go on. But my point is, you don't know their intentions. They might be doing strictly for a financial reason. Okay, so I'll read one last response here and we'll see. Bro, I'm bro. You make lots of YouTube videos. Okay, I make about one a week plus a live stream. Do I really think everyone includes some eggs and fish because they're apathetic dimwits who miss the diet up? Well, I don't know who everyone is, but I gave you several specific examples, and I spent about a minute describing each one of them. Tim Sheaf, Cosmic Skeptic, Veg Police, Ravana, giving you specific examples of what they did, either what they did with their diet or how, in two of their cases, they already had pre-existing gut issues. So I still have yet to see any evidence from you other than saying you saw some people on social media with questionable truthfulness, questionable intentions, since some of them go on to take on Butcher Box ads just like weeks after they said I'm no longer vegan. So just because someone says something doesn't mean shit. And if it were true, let's just say there were dim-witted people that screwed up the diet, doesn't mean anything about veganism at all. You have no science whatsoever to show that vegan diets cause gut issues. If anything, you have some evidence to show that eating in a stupid, unsupported way, not recommended by any health organization, just eating raw stuff all the time, causes gut issues. And that's one reason why I totally advise people with all my sincerity to not eat raw diets. Hey, if it's been working for a certain person, raw, awesome. But a lot of people come here, I think I'm going to go raw. Like, why? If you're raw, there's a good chance in 4 years you're going to make a "Why I'm No Longer Vegan" video. Oh, you going, Jana? Well, thanks for being here with us. All right, so KDHC, it's obvious you're not going to show us any evidence. You just keep asserting over and over again of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, or thousands and thousands, or you could say millions and millions of people. Either way, it doesn't make any difference, because you're, again, speaking in vague generality, lacking completely in specifics, lacking in anything we can point our fingers to as far as research, actual, who are these thousands of people and what were they doing? You just want us to imagine with you your fantasy of what you have in mind of these people. No, we don't deal in vague, unspecific generalities. We deal in specifics, we deal in facts, we deal in actual objective information. So anyway, that was fun. That's a good way to end this discussion here. But yeah, meet community.vegana. Yes, there are literally thousands of people following stupid fasting fruitarian diets, doing extreme diets. He didn't say that. Those are my words. He called them extreme diets. I call them stupid fasting fruitarian diets, and then calling it a vegan diet. And then, lo and behold, becoming ill from not having proper diet, proper nutrition, proper gut flora, and they get some kind of gut issue, and they blame it on veganism rather than their radical, extreme, stupid fasting raw diet. I'm just saying. And then people like you come here and say, oh, what about them? Does that mean veganism sucks? No, it just means stupid, extreme fasting raw diets are known to cause gut issues and other health issues in a large amount of its followers. Am I saying all of its followers? No, absolutely not. I know people have been raw for decades and they're fine, but a super high degree amount of them, a super high percentage of them, way more than people eat like us, seem to get ill and then stop being vegan. And some of them end up taking butcher box ads weeks after they stop being vegan. Well, I'm not saying you said veganism sucks. I'm just saying that's what these people are. Anyway, let's move on. I think we answered your question. I think I'm satisfied that you don't have any data to present to us other than just say, hey, what about all these people that made Why I'm No Longer Vegan videos? So I just responded to you about the ones I know. And beyond that, we need to see some evidence. Do you understand? Some actual scientific evidence rather than just people making monetized videos. You're trying to figure out what's going on with some of these people? Have you not been listening to me for the past 15 minutes? I told you what was going on with a lot of these people. They had pre-existing issues. They did extreme ways of eating. And some of them got meat industry sponsorships immediately after quitting veganism. So you have a lot of reasons why. You have a lot of stuff happening there, and I explained that to you there. Okay, Vegan Moyman raises a good point. Millions/billions of people have gut issues on non-vegan diets. Yeah, so therefore, non-vegan diets. Debunked? I mean, therefore what? You're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know if it's billions, but literally like millions of people have gut issues. Seriously, in all seriousness here, millions of people have gut issues on non-vegan diets. So what? Why even bring that up for? It's like, say, Veggie Police. When he goes to non-vegan ways of eating, he still has gut issues. Cosmic Skeptic, when he went to non-vegan after being vegan, he still had gut issues because he had them before when he was a kid, not as a non-vegan. So thanks, Peter, for timing him out. I think we've answered that question as thoroughly as humanly possible. Again, we need some evidence. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And if the claim is that vegan diets cause gut issues, let's see the evidence other than, oh, look at Tim Sheav's video. You know, that's not scientific evidence. Look at Ron Lyman's video. That's not scientific evidence. VLAM, is this what an apologist looks like? No, it's just someone who comes here and doesn't do what we ask for. If you want to go on someone else's live stream and just speculate and use vague generalities to argue, that might work on someone else's channel, but it's not going to work here. I have a degree in philosophy. I have a year in a PhD program in philosophy. We don't put up with nonsense like that. Sure, we can do some thought experiments using vague generalities, and that's okay if we want to do a thought experiment. But if we're trying to argue for something like veganism makes people ill, we better have some specific data rather than, oh, I saw some influencers say some stuff. It doesn't work like that. We need to look at what the science says. And I'm not seeing any science that says, hey, if you eat healthy plant-based diet, your gut's screwed, or at least you have a higher chance of a screwed up gut. I've never seen that, but if my mind is open, if that paper or papers exist, I should say, one single paper doesn't prove anything. But if there is a consensus that says, yeah, the studies are pretty clear. If you eat a bunch of plants for a long time, your gut's hosed, it's screwed. I'd love to see that, but I'm very skeptical because I've never heard that. I should have heard it after having 10 years on a YouTube channel debunking misinformation about vegan diets like this. You think that would have crossed my eyes at least once since 2013. Well, I don't know if Tim's vegan now, VLAM. I don't think he said that, but as my video indicated, I did the research. The people he was referring to that were making him say this, he's in a vegan cult. Literally, I'm not making the word up. It's a known cult. And then the cult leaders are vegan. So I think he had to get it out on the public record that he's okay with veganism. He doesn't mean all those horrible, mean things he said about veganism that he said on the way out of leaving veganism. I think he had to clear that so his vegan cult leaders, and again, I say that factually, I'm not being facetious or smartass. He's literally in a vegan cult. I think he had to say that so he would, be okay with them. All right, what should we do with Ari, guys? What do you think we should do with Ari? What do you guys think? All right, Ari, you debunk veganism. Woo! Veganism debunked. Yeah. Beef liver, the most nutritious food on earth. Veganism debunked. All right, thanks for coming. Awesome. Good job there. Yeah, you just debunked veganism. Veganism. Let's read what the definition of veganism is. It's the, Wrong one. It's a way of eating that is only preoccupied with seeking out and consuming the most nutrient-dense foods in the world. And if someone were to present a non-plant-based food that were found to be more nutrient-dense than veganism, then veganism itself has been debunked. Doesn't say anything like that. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So yeah, you're letting me know that, okay, some plant-based foods have nutrients in them. Congratulations. Yeah, I didn't think eating animal bits was like eating a rock or plastic or something like that. So thanks for pointing out that animals are made of flesh, which is made of nutrients. Good job there. You didn't debunk Jack. Oops, wrong button, wrong button there. My bad. Oh man, that shows you I'm getting lit. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. But good point. What was that, Fritz? Yeah. If anything, our trolls figured out that the cow needs to eat liver more. How long did I have that wrong screen on for, guys? Was it like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 second? Let me know. Let me know how long I had that boo-boo problem, whatever. Not boo-boo. Just, how long did I have that screw up for? Now I have low blood sugar. Now I'm just like, you know, I make mistakes. I'm a human being. A long time. Oh no. That was a good button. Veganism debunking. That's what happened. I shut down the channel. Well, I went from veganism debunked to the channel shut down. That's awesome. I gotta remember that. That's a good sequence there. I gotta do that again. Yes, you just debunked veganism. We are done. Oops. Anyway, something like that. That's pretty cool. I have to remember that for the future. Well, it's not only that, Peter. Thanks for timing them out, but it's just stupid. Like, so what? Who cares that animal products are more nutritious than rocks or plastic? Like, who cares? Why is that any concern of us? Veganism isn't a diet of trying to find the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. That's not what vegan is. It stands against animal cruelty. The question is, are there enough nutrients in plants for us to have good health? Well, don't ask me. I'm just a stupid music producer. How about, let's say, the opinion of health organizations? And it's a resounding yes. Yeah, you can eat in a way where you're not exploiting animals, not slaughtering animals, and do it in a responsible way that respects you, your body, and your health as well. So it's a win for you. It's a win for the animals. And also not too bad for the environment as well. KDH, I saw your comment for a second. Yeah, this doesn't ask me anything, but you have to play by my rules. This is my live stream. This is not your live stream or some other guy's live stream, some unknown influencer or whatever. This is my live stream. I have very clear rules. You are being fairly civil, even though I didn't read your entire last comment there. But when trying to debunk veganism, I will discuss only one of your claims at a time. Don't bring up new claims. Don't throw poop on. Just give me your best example. I will discuss it, and then I will move on. I don't let people monopolize our time. It's our time. It's not just your time. It's our time. So I think I was very generous in my time. I answered in my time that I gave you and your question. I think I answered it very completely and thoroughly. I don't know how I could explain it again, so we are moving on to other people and other things. This live stream isn't just around you. It just isn't built around you. There's other people here, other conscious beings, with motions and feelings and thoughts and ideas they want to express too. And we just can't have this whole live stream be the answering all of KDHD's questions live stream. We'll spend the entire 2+ hours answering all of KDHD's questions, because no, that's not how it works here. We answer your question and we move on. J.A. Minor. After years of being vegan, like a decade or decades, right? Paul McCartney, at the young age of 80, can only put on a 3-hour show with no opener. Poor guy, yeah. But if he were not vegan, he would put on a 4-hour show, right? That's how it works with all these anti-vegans. What's that, Peter? Yeah. Follow our moderators like Peter and Uncle here. Yeah, just be a decent human being. Follow the rules. And if you don't know the rules, I will guide you. Like, yeah, don't just give me anecdotal stories and made up stuff. Yeah, a bunch of people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people are blah, blah. No, give me specifics. I can't sink my teeth around hundreds and hundreds of vague, non-specified people. We need to discuss specific things. We don't live in this world of just make-believe, fantasy, speculation. We live in a world where things are knowable. We know that plant-based diet is nutritionally adequate and healthy, as long as you don't do weird, extreme things. Oh, well, anyway, guys, I think that should bring us to an end here. That got me to almost 3 hours. Well, I was trying to get off, leave the live stream about 30 minutes ago. So anyway, I'm ready for dinner. How about you guys? Did you guys all eat? I hope you have already, because I'm starving. So anyway, guys, Sunday, if you didn't hear me say it already a few times, Sunday, members only live stream. Whatever time I normally start my live streams, for me, it's 6 p.m. For us on the West Coast of the United States, it's 6 p.m. I'm going to do me and Angie will do a members only Happy Fam live stream Sunday, New Year's Eve, a little earlier, like an hour or two. So for me, instead of 6 p.m., it'd be like 4 or 5 p.m. So we will let you know when we get closer to that, either by sending you a notification on the community page, or we'll just start it live somewhere around 4 or 5 p.m. our time. Either way, so hopefully we'll see a lot of you guys there. And thanks for all the people that became new members tonight and new Happy Fam. So yeah, you'll get a members only live stream. Me and Angie together, with no trolling going on. So Bob, if you're there, no trolling. You got to behave, all right? Even if you're a Happy Fam member right now, you got to be cool. That's what's going to bring Angie out, because we trust our Happy Fam to be cool, and that's not the time to troll or anything. So anyway, guys, thanks Peter, thanks Uncle for timing people out, much appreciated. Thanks for everyone being here, Happy Fam, non-Happy Fam. I'm happy to see all of you guys. And next Friday, live stream, same time. Happy Fam, see you guys Sunday. And I should try to make a new video for next week. I was busy this week. As I told you earlier, I didn't have time to really devote to making a non-live video. But Peter sent me some ideas. I will take a look at those. And if you have any other ideas, Peter, always feel free to send me stuff to my Instagram, as you've been doing, Peter. I much appreciate that. It really helps me get, ideas going if I'm having trouble thinking of stuff. So please keep doing that. It really helps me out, Peter. I can't thank you enough. And thanks for moderating too, Peter. You're really helping out with our channel a lot more than you know. All right, guys. So I guess that's it for now. I think Angie's also editing another Angie Animals Friend video. So she'll probably get that out for you after the New Year's, I guess. I don't think she's going to get out tomorrow. Maybe, but Angie's Animal Friend video is imminent. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, ask it at the Happy Fam live stream Sunday, New Year's Eve, or save it till next Friday if you think of something in between then, guys. So and thanks for all the donations tonight, guys, too. Thank you so much for keeping us afloat here in our little vegan channel here. All right, much love, guys. I'll see you guys in a couple days, and I'll see the rest of you next week on Friday. So till then, remember, doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.